Let's see. Are we
Right,
live
right
yet? Are
now.
we
You're
live
live
yet?
now.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are.
I think we're live.
Yes, we are. Hello,
What's
everyone.
what's
Oh,
going on, Ike?
yeah, I am doing well. How about yourself?
Welcome to the Home Theater Hub, everyone. We were just chatting backstage, so we're Home Theater Hub number 30.
Yes, we
Th-
are.
30, man. We're getting old.
Yep. Spent the
We're
last
definitely
30
getting old.
weeks of my life with you, man.
Yeah, I know, man. Today I think we spoke one time this week, but today was just an absolute crazy town for me. So
Yep.
I literally was able to jump on 10 minutes before. I'm normally about an hour ahead, but I got home. I got home about 5:30, and I haven't sat down since. It's just been one of those days. So
Yep.
uh,
But we're here, right? We
yeah,
made it, so
absolutely,
that's
yes.
a good thing.
Uh,
Yeah.
Time to put the smile on the face, right? I enjoy doing this.
Yep. I
This
do.
I finally get to sit down for today.
Yep. And talk about something outside of work and
Absolutely.
all the other good things. So it's good to be back on the show, and thank you for everyone that is joining us in the chat. I see we have Charlie B in the chat.
Charlie B in the chat. Yeah, thank you for joining. So, Ike, what you do over the week? You do anything special?
No, I I have a subwoofer in the house. I have not even unboxed yet. I I have the masking panels that came in. I haven't even unboxed that. So nothing productive from a home theater perspective this week, and then I'm hoping to go on a marathon the entire weekend to try to get some content
You
out there. And
got to get some content out before M Wave, right?
yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. What, we're 16 days out or 15 days
Yeah, I
out?
think 15, 16. I'm not sure. I'll have to pull that up. But did you book your hotel yet? That's the real question.
My hotel just showed up. So
Your hotel just showed up.
yeah,
Okay.
so initially the family was planning to join me, but um, we changed that plan today.
Okay.
So I'll be coming alone. So there will be no need for me to go. Oh man, is that why you didn't show up early? Because you're backing that ass up.
This is the surprise send that Scottio sent me.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
His wife
really?
is. Oh, and better yet, we've got the. I had a hard time seeing it here, but the camera's too. It says Crozen all on the outside, 606 in the center.
Nice.
Yeah. So
So,
the rest of us don't get any love, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Scorpio.
well, you know,
Thanks,
uh,
Scottio. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
it's one of those things. You gotta, you know. His wife sent it to me, so
No, 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 no.
I don't know what I
Nah.
did
It
to
was
impress
Scott that
her,
sent it to you.
but
Don't no, no, don't bail yourself out now. Scott, the next time you show up, I'll leave you in the green room till the end of the show until I get my T-shirt because I also have a NAS that needs to be backed up. So
yeah.
No, that's pretty cool. I like that. I
Scott, bro.
I know I talked about doing some shirts for Emily for us. I just haven't had time, man. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to reach out
man.
to somebody tomorrow.
Dude,
It's
reach
just
out to Scott, man. I'm telling you, she does this. And another reason why we did this is, I volunteer for the Lego robotics thing, and we're gonna order T-shirts probably through them.
okay. Very
So,
good.
so is what it is the kids come up with the design and the overall theme, and then someone will, like she'll probably put the finesse on it, to make it look really professional. So, yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have to do it quickly because right now, pull that share up.
Pull that share up.
Pull that share up, man. Pull that share screen up.
Oh, let me grab it, and then if I can figure it out. I'm slow today, man.
I know.
It's hot in
Four,
here, man. Jeez.
14 days to M Wave. 14 days, 15 hours. I'm super pumped, man. Every day I'm getting more excited. I can't wait to get there. I have an early flight. I'm leaving at 7:30. My boss called me today and said, "Hey, we got company in town coming on the 19th. Are you going to be able to?" I said, I can't change my flight. It's booked and paid for." So I'll be there Wednesday. But yeah, no, it's I can't wait for that. Let's bring our special guest in today.
Yep. This one I've been looking forward to, and we had an agreement that we were going to save this for when I got to 1,000 subscribers. And I think I was at like what 500 subscribers when we started that conversation. So it's been a long road.
Yeah, 30 weeks it took you.
Yep. So, but yes, I am excited, and we have Monsieur Raph Cave in the house.
Raph Cave in the house. What's up,
What's
man?
up? What's up? Glad to be here on Home Theater Hub. Wow.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
me.
for joining us. Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
I've been watching your channel for quite some time, watching your progression.
Thank you.
So yeah, I enjoy your content. I have to be honest. I haven't seen anything probably within the last month or so. I've just been super super busy, and I've not seen a whole lot of YouTube period in the past month or so. So, but I really appreciate you joining the channel today, coming on.
Of course.
Hopefully, you'll be able to give us a little tour of your theater a little bit later. But how was your week so far, Raph? How are you doing? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's my day off and got the lawn mowed, had great steak dinner, and I'm excited to show the Raph Cave to everybody here. And
So the people want to know what kind of steak, Raph. Is it a Delmonico? Is it a porterhouse? Is it a fillet? What kind of steak?
Bone-in ribeyes.
you
where
got
I
it.
go.
Filet.
Oh,
Filet.
Got the fillet. There you go.
Yeah,
Heck
just
yeah.
having the Weber grill in the backyard.
Nice.
So,
My
so what
wonderful
are you?
wife
Are you
loves
are you
making
are you a medium rare or well done type of guy?
I'm a medium well. I like the charred edges, and then that just not too chewy, but just perfect. Just yeah, filet mignon is just my favorite steak. It's just
Yeah.
so, yeah.
So if I heard you correctly, Paul, you like the bone in, right?
Yeah. I like a little fat on my meat. I don't. You put that
Flintstones.
lean stuff to the side, man.
Give me it all.
I got to start it off early with Paul, right?
Oh man,
Hey,
I hope you have a drink besides you, Raph. You're gonna need it.
I think I might have to go to the fridge here and grab something here.
yeah. I mean, that's part of this. I'm the
Oh, yeah.
only drinker on the hub.
You don't
here,
know. You don't
but,
know what I got. You don't know what I got mixed in this cup over here.
Oh man, I can tell by the eyes, man. You're drinking like high vitamin water right now.
I'm drinking my crack is what I'm drinking. I can't give any sponsorship.
Okay. Well, gosh, that's worse. I think that's worse than what I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Health-wise.
It might be a little spiked too, just a little shot or so in there. But no.
Yeah.
So, Raph, other than mowing the lawn and cooking a steak, and what else you got going on
You
over
could
there?
be doing that too. You never know.
You could be doing that.
Either way, yeah, whichever way you want to go.
Yeah, it's like yes to all of those.
We make it work. I have my own YouTube channel, and I love live streaming gaming. So I got a lot of games I want to play, and I love streaming it, and that's what I like to do to relax. Just play the games on stream. Yeah.
Pull that share screen up, Mr. Ike.
Okay.
So we got the Raph Cave, right? So give us a little bit about what your channel is, and I know you have a nice setup over there that we're going to get to in a little bit. But you said you enjoy doing game streaming, correct?
Yeah. So originally, home theater was definitely where the base of my channel was, because I had a home theater that I wanted to share, show the inside, just get involved with the community with it. And it's an expensive hobby, right? To be able to get this expensive equipment and upgrade, there's a certain point where it's like it stopped, and I had to branch out and make some more content for the channel. So it's more like Sometimes it's a vlog. Sometimes it's unboxing little trinkets or collectibles or whatnot, and live streaming. So I'm able to talk to my RAF Gang Nation, I say, and play gaming and just keep up with the newest trends there. But yeah, when I do show the home theater some demos and stuff like that, it's always fun to show that off as well. But yeah, I mean, if I get something new, I throw it on the channel. Otherwise, I love reacting because I love movies, comic book stuff. So a lot of these trailers that come out, I got to react to it because I want to express my excitement for this stuff, and then hopefully others can join and share the excitement. But also, yeah. So the vlogging I mentioned with the scooter stuff, man, the scooter is pretty fun. It's my first hyper scooter, and I have a blast taking that out on the road. But yeah, I just do various stuff in the RAF Cave. The RAF Cave is basically a base. It's an entire basement down here, and it's like my soul. Everything I love, I put down here, and I like to share it with the world. I put it on the channel and immortalize it for forever. So it's kind of like my jam.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I like the fact that you got a variety of content on your channel too. It's not just all home theater. It's not just all cell phones. It's a mixture of what you like to do, right? And that's
Right.
what's great. It's always fun. It's not working. So, Raph, let me ask you this: do you do this for a living? Is this what you do full time, or do you have another gig that you do on? This might be a side job or something like that.
So yeah, so when I got into the thick of the home theater stuff, the unboxing, getting new equipment, I was like, man, this is great. I want to make this my full-time gig, right?
Right.
So I got some requests from companies and stuff through the emails and collaborations and sponsorships and stuff. But it came to a point where I kind of slowed down. So I'm like, well, I don't think this is going to be the major breadwinner here. So I do have another job of it's in security. I do security, and this is more like now a hobby side thing for fun and just gaming, and whatever happens happens. If I get some emails and some calls and some other stuff, I throw it on and go from there. But no, this is more like a fun thing for me now.
Yeah, that's great. And like I said, when you can make content of stuff that you actually like to make, and the way that you want to make it, and not depend on that content to bring in revenue for for your bills. That's fantastic. So make sure you guys go over to the Raph Cave, subscribe to his channel. Make sure you check out some of his videos that he's got going on here.
Appreciate it.
So Paul, how about you, sir? How was your weekend? What did you do this weekend?
Yeah, it was good. I stayed in town this weekend. I was on call, so I didn't do anything exciting. I'm camping tomorrow, and I'm watching. Or I watched Dune 2 finally.
Yep. What's up, Youth Man in the chat? Youth Man is
And
saying,
then,
"What's up, Raph? Good to see you, brother."
other than that, I'm waiting on all my 59 terabytes of data to go onto my new NAS storage, so I can expand it to
I like the shirt.
113
Looks
type.
nice.
Oh, dude, yes.
Yeah.
One of my buddies sent this to me. His wife made it, and they were just, we're uber nerds, so we're she put a butt on the NAS.
Yeah, I can see that.
Back that NAS up, because it's one of those things where, when you're uber nerd, it's like people think RAID is like, dude, that's not a backup. That's resiliency. That's all that is. It's not a backup. If your NAS takes a power hit and zaps 3 of your drives, that's you lost all your data.
You no longer have it, correct? Yeah.
Yep, exactly. But I'm at the point now to where I have enough backed up stuff between work and my media that I'm like, oh man, 60 terabytes, oof, that's a long time. I better go ahead and do RAID, because I'm a big advocate of, hey, just get a couple discs and do JBOD and don't worry about it. That's so cheap, you can double up on those discs for
I'm actually building one here with a bunch of
Yeah.
418.
So, it's a matter of time. You know what I mean? It's like, how much time are you going to lose type of deal? And if you only have 18 terabytes, it's like, well, you can get a slow 5,400 RPM 18 terabyte hard drive off to the side that, yeah, you may hit backup and wait 4 days versus 2. But it's like, do you really need to spend all a whole nother drive, wasted space to have that resiliency out of the gate? Not really. But once you and a lot of people do streaming, so they don't, it's just for their physical media backup. So, but anyways, that's everybody has an opinion about it, But I had no idea. At first, I started with like 4 terabytes, and then literally within 2 months, I had like 18 terabytes, and then from there, a year went by, and I'm at like 60 terabytes of data. I'm like, damn, that adds up fast.
Yeah.
And 60 terabytes, and probably just 20% is movies and TV shows, and we know what the rest is. But yeah, what were you saying, Don?
Yeah. We won't comment. That's on a private channel that my followers.
No,
I try to
just
keep,
you
I try to
and your
keep the
followers.
genres separate.
Special link for that one.
Yes, that's a special link. You got to 21 or older. Yes.
Password is bone in.
In various ways, I hear there.
No. Look, I'm in the same boat. I just can't pull the trigger on that one, a NOS. I've said it on here a couple times. I have like 8 external hard drives, and it's just not going to change my experience. So, it just, for me to pull the trigger on about $4,000 or $5,000, to transfer 7, 8, 18 terabyte drives, it's a lot to put into it. So Raph, what are you doing? What are you using? How are you, what type of, player are you using to stream to your theater?
So I use the NVIDIA Shield Pro from an old PC as a server, and I just have a few 8 terabyte hard drives just for various files and Blu-ray player, and that's simple. It's just
That's all you need.
really.
Yep.
Yeah.
What type of Blu-ray player are you using?
It's an old LG, one of the 800 series, I think it was.
That's the one I got.
Yeah.
It did not like the Dune 2 4K disc.
Oh wow!
After it went to the third layer, it couldn't play the third layer. I don't know if mine's like old.
Maybe the laser's getting old. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to finish the movie off with the Blu-ray disc.
Ooh.
No way.
Yeah, I was literally at like chapter 15, and I'm like, no, what the hell? And I kept like fast forwarding, because sometimes it's like a memory buffer overrun type of deal. So I thought, oh, well, let me do that. I jumped right to the chapter, and no, it couldn't read the third layer for some reason.
See, you could have just ripped it. You could have just ripped it and watched
I'm still waiting on my NAS transfer.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I'm in limbo.
Limbo.
Right? Yeah.
So you said you
was a
watched
pretty
Dune?
good movie. Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. You watched Dune 2. What did you think of it?
Better than the first. I thought, the action really ramped up, the spectacle, the visuals, the fighting, just was top notch. And I'm pulled back in to the universe here. I'm waiting for the third. Let's go.
See,
Nice.
I was a little. I was expecting it to be more of a completion. I guess you got to know. Oh, there's another one coming out.
They got 2 more coming.
Yeah, so I was like,
trilogy or something.
damn. I was expecting just a little more completion in the storyline for this particular movie, and I didn't. Where they ended it, I was like, But if I would have known going in, it's like, oh, okay, this is a part. I would have been like, okay, I would have been fine with it. But the one thing I did appreciate is, a lot of movies do bass, and they have bass throughout the whole movie. And an example I give is like Pacific Rim. It's like that movie is like mega bass throughout the whole movie, and someone's closing a door in a hallway has just as much bass as a gigantic mech stepping in the city, right? And I'm like, what? Like, that's not how that works. But this movie had a lot of bass, but then on the one scene where they're, one of the worms, the biggest worm scene, it was just like, oh, you're like, damn, like, okay, cool. All right. They actually did a punctuation. You know what I'm saying? Like, they used bass and they made it impressive, but then they still had the punctuation point in the movie, where a lot of movies miss out on that. It's like you got a car that hits a building that's just as bassy as the finale end bomb scene type of deal, and it's like, what? Come on, man. But yeah, they did really good with the audio on this one. That one scene was like, okay, there's a lot more impact and sound going on in this particular like emphasized scene, and they use the sound really well with that. So I did appreciate it.
Especially in some movies where a door closes from a car, you're like, boom. I'm like, oh, here we go. This is gonna be that kind of
like
movie.
the glasses are falling off in the kitchen. You're like, what? That was a door. Like what?
But then again, it can depend on your system too. If you have a lot of subs, and you can't really help it, you're just going to get a lot of bass for everything almost.
Well, that's true. I mean, in a way,
that depends, I guess,
right? That's
so.
funny.
So Fred had a nice comment in here. I'll get my own self here. He says, "Do you think Dune Part 4 will be out before Don's Theater is done?"
Oh man, you know what? I was going to.
So I replied in here. Okay, let me find the ban button.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little complicated to answer. So
to add insult to injury, I took pictures today. Miguel has a bass trap already set up in his theater, and it's ready. He is he's not fully finalized. I think that's going to happen this weekend, and he is moving in, but he's already got
occupancy letter and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Final occupancy, sign off is this weekend. But yeah, he's already put some bass traps in the corners in his room. So he has all the drywall. So
I'm happy for him.
We're waiting for him to come showcase it. So
he
Miguel,
will. He will.
This is your invite.
I was like, oh, you got to rub it in so bad. It's like, it took me a long time to build this house, and then I started on this theater, and I spent a couple weeks on this.
Yeah, when all the four walls are already done for you, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, true. Versus trying to do it yourself. So I know.
Hey, I'm just going to give you a synopsis of what happened today. So I come home 5:45. My son's got swimming lessons at 6 o'clock. So he literally has a meltdown because he doesn't want to do swimming lessons. Then I go to let my dogs out that have been in a cage all day, and there's a mess everywhere with that. I'm not going to get into details with that, but let's just put it this way. I had to put 3 dogs in a bath. Had to put my son in the bath, cook dinner, clean up the whole mess. So I think I told you, I sat down like 10 minutes before the show. I sat down, and that's how my weeks go every week, man. So that's what it is. I'm happy to do it. I'm glad to do it. I'm glad I get to spend the time with my son. He right before I came on, there's a game that they or an episode called Keepy Uppy of Bluey, and it's about keeping the balloon up. And he didn't want to stop. So we got to get him to stop wanting to play.
Do we have to start a GoFundMe for drywall fund? Is that what we're going to have to do to get this?
Try to GoFundMe to complete the theater.
You need the flyers in so we can come do the drywall for you.
Stop poking fun at Don Fund,
No, so I'm going to take a vacation again, probably July 5th, and then the week after that. So hopefully I can get that done. I have some stuff going on, but I'm just not divulging what I got going on. That's all.
Man, when you say vacation, all that means is delay another 8 months is what I hear every time. You've had vacation I think you've had 8 vacations since I've been
I wish.
talking about.
I wish that were the case. Half the time my vacations become working vacations. So
yeah,
I'm asking my boss.
I'm not saying they're fun, but yeah, your term of vacation is different than mine.
Yeah, I'm asking my boss for some time back. But Saturday, I actually spent some time with the family. We went out for a while. And then later we came back to the house for a little while, and I was like, let's go to the movies. So I wound up going to a really nice movie theater in Delray Beach. They have a laser IMAX theater. So, but I didn't. The movie that was playing in there was the new Mad Max. But I took my son to see If, Imaginary Friend, IF. That was actually pretty good. So
good. Yeah, that one looked like a good movie. I was hoping it would.
Yeah, it was, just a story, the story behind it was decent. It wasn't nothing over the top, but the soundtrack was pretty good. There was some good bass going on in the theater. So, if you got nothing to do on a Sunday and you want to catch a matinee, go check it out. It's a cute movie for the kids. So,
yep.
That's good.
Yeah, finally go to a theater. It's either Dolby Cinema or the IMAX. For sure.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Speaking about Dolby Cinema,
I don't remember the last time I was in a movie theater.
That's wrong.
Oh, I went big really? Too,
Wow.
because this one has like they're called Lux, LUX seating, and it's like it literally has a wall that goes around it, and they serve you food and everything else. It was $30 for 2 seats, and I felt like I was a king. I mean, they were bringing me beer, they were bringing me drinks and popcorn and everything else. I was like,
did you go there for the kid or did you go for yourself?
He's thinking, man, this is what it's going to feel like when mine's done.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to get a robot for that, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So Raph, let's talk about the Raph Cave. You're an OG YouTuber, man. Like, I'm taking a look at your channel. You got like what, 2,700 videos? Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know. I guess.
How long have you been doing YouTube for?
Geez. I mean, 15 years maybe.
Dang, wow. 15 years. Holy moly.
I guess my first home theater video.
Veteran.
Yeah.
Veteran.
That was my first in the townhouse I lived in. We had an upstairs in the little area, and that's where I put all my home theater stuff. And I just like, man, might as well just show it. And I have my old camera, and you can see the quality's not that good. You can hear my finger on it and stuff, but I'm showing it all and got a bunch of views. And I just say, hey, might as well show some more stuff, and kind of went from there.
Awesome.
So many. Thanks. Yeah. And this new house I bought here, wow. The thing is, when we were looking for a new house, I said to my wife, it's got to be like the perfect configuration for the basement, because I had a vision in mind of the Raph Cave, and she gave me 3 houses to look at. In the first house, there was some pictures of the basement and stuff, and it's in the L configuration. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect, because the long part of the L is where the theater is, and then the short part of the L is where my other area is going to be. And I went down here and I fell in love, and that was it. I didn't even look at the other 2 houses. It was over. But I still have some pictures of before we moved in, if there's a way I can show you guys, and then you can kind of see crazy changes since then.
Before we switch over to that, I love your backdrop. What is all of your passions, and what are some of your favorite pieces in your backdrop that you currently have?
Oh, we're gonna get to that, man. Like, there's
a lot to point out. Yeah,
we could have a lot of entire show with just that game room he's got there.
This is one of 3 locations, basically.
Oh, nice. But this is the one you're on camera with, so it's the one you're showing off. So
the focal point is the gauntlets for me. I love the gauntlets. I'm a big Marvel fan, and having those 2 together is like, that's what started this whole thing out.
Stand out. They really do. They look great, man.
Thank you. Yeah, with the 2 speakers right here in my center backs, it was a perfect.
Honestly, I didn't even see the speakers, dude.
It blends all in.
I thought those were just shelves.
There's a speaker right here for my side, and there's another one.
I saw those, but
hidden back here, and then I have my But yeah, I mean, the Vader helmet. I had various helmets next to me, and I figured the Vader, of course, you got to have that. And then I just had Mando here. But it's switched a few times. Scorpion is my number 1 character in fighting games. He's got his spot here. Terminator, of course. There's so many things I could talk about. It's like all these little things I put around me is my passion, my love of just comic book and gaming, and just keeping me young. When I come down here, it's like it's a breath of fresh air. It's an escape. I just feel great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It speaks so much about you.
Got some Bruce Lee up in the corner.
Yeah, without even saying anything. Yep, I see that.
Yeah, Bruce is my idol for sure. It's so much stuff. Yeah, it's just a little piece of who I'm about, who I love, what things I'm passionate about. So when I give you the tour, there's going to be a lot to talk about, and you kind of get the overall vision of the Raph Cave. So, but yeah, if,
Yeah. Yeah, because
and
I
the
think
lighting, of course, just yeah.
because I think your first video I watched was one of the tours that you did, and it was so laid back. I was like, man, I like this guy. I like just the way he talks. And you were just doing a tour of the home theater, and I was like, man, I need to build something like that. And you were one of the,
Thank you, Ike. Yeah,
channels that I started watching, and I've been a subscriber for your channel for a few years now, and I think it's just been a fun ride. I watch a lot of the things that you do and just try to learn from it.
thank you.
But just when I did the DIY for the home theater, I know we spoke a lot. I was, always trying to pick your brain on
Of
so
course,
many
Ike.
things. So
I
it's
appreciate
good.
you for being a member. Yeah, of course, of
Yep.
course. You've been with my channel for many years, and I see the upgrades you've been doing, and it's great. It's all about passion of you give to other people, they take that and they build their own. It's kind of like a chain event. So it's fantastic, man. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. So what actually got you into home theater, or and we'll talk. I know the streaming came a little bit later, but what got you into the home theater, and was that the start of your channel?
So, man, we have to go way back. High school days, of course. It kind of started when I was in the military. I went to the Navy after high school, and we have our own barracks, right? And I wanted something fun to have in my barracks. So the first set of speakers I bought was the Bose 301 bookshelf. They're wood colored, and I had a pair of those. And I got my first Sony stereo receiver, and connected those to it, and it sounded amazing with music. And eventually, you got the video game consoles hooked up, and I had my Sony Trinitron 27-inch tube TV. That was my first TV there, and it was an amazing feeling just to have this really cool entertainment in front of you. And then from there, I got my first credit card, which was a Sears credit card, and of course, I had to max that out right away because I'm like, whoa, I have $800. I go to Sears, their electronics department, and that's when the first Blu-ray first came out. It was one of the Sony's first Blu-ray player with a disc of a movie, and it was like crazy. And it was like something like $600, $700, $800.
Yeah, they were not cheap when they first came out, for sure.
Exactly. So then charged that, hooked it up, and I was just in love. Like,
now you can go to Walmart and buy one for $29.
For $29.
Unbelievable. Exactly.
You should ask for a refund.
28.88.
I remember the first car CD player I think I looked at was like $1,200. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, that was like, that's more than an Alpine. What?
But you wanted it so bad, like, I want it.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I ended up with it, but
yeah.
Good God. That's insane,
It's like you want to be the first one to own it and show it off,
Yeah.
So you bought your Blu-ray player?
Well, I think that was DVD first. Yep. And then after the military, I wanted to get involved with electronics and possibly selling it. Right. So that's when I started my Best Buy career. So Best Buy, I've been with them for many years. Home theater, of course. This is back when the tube TVs were a thing, and I was hauling TVs off the top shelf on a ladder, bringing them down, and that was a whole big thing. But eventually, it just started. The employee discount is incredible at Best Buy. It's like, wow, that's an addicting thing. Like, whatever you make, you throw it right back at the Best Buy, and that's what I. So then I bought some better speakers and new receivers and things. But then I heard this place called Audio King. And I checked them out, and this was a small little store. Audio King was more like a car stereo venue. And I went in there, and they had the first HD TV. It was the Sony 32 or 34-inch widescreen tube TV from Sony. And I looked at that, and they had that generic Snake demo going through the Amazon. And I couldn't believe my eyeballs, like how clear it looked. And I was like, oh my, this is technology and stuff. So that got me into signing up for Audio King. And as soon as I signed up for Audio King and become a commission salesman at Audio King, they switched over to Ultimate Electronics. And that's when it became a little bigger. and then they got huge showrooms, and then that carried on to projection TVs, big old Mitsubishi and Hitachi projection, and I had one of the Pioneer Elite projection TVs, and then eventually moved up to the Mitsubishi DLP when it first came out. And then they had like a laser DLP eventually. I got that one. Then they came out with an 83 inch or 82 inch projection TV. So I ended up getting that one.
Yeah.
Oh man, the DLP lamp projection. That was incredible. But being at Ultimate Electronics, it got me involved with some of the high end equipment, like Krell was their top end models for amplifiers and processors, Sunfire, Bob Carver stuff. KEF speakers were really big back then. But what caught my eye, of course, was Klipsch. Right, Klipsch had a great combination back then with Ultimate, and they had some giant speakers. And I just, after Sir and Vega, Sir and Vega was the king at Best Buy, and of course, I had a bunch of big, boxy, giant 12-inch monitor 3-way speakers, and did all that. But then I eventually got into the Klipsch from Ultimate. And in between then, I also worked at Circuit City. I was with them until they liquidated and closed down. I was there to the very end. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Circuit City.
Oh yeah,
but that was
Circuit
that was a
City,
good.
Best Buy, H.H. Gregg, I think, opened up after Circuit City.
H.H. Gregg after they closed down. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And then other than that, what was?
Yeah, I spent many of my weekends in Circuit City just looking and salivating.
It's incredible, just the stuff they get. But yeah, with Ultimate, I was there until the end as well when they filed Chapter 13 and they eventually closed down. But then, that was a good experience with the commission sales. I mean, you have to sell a different kind of way because that was your full income. It was all commission back then. So selling big, giant projection TVs, you get extra spiffs through Mitsubishi. So it's like $200 per big screen you sold. And that was pretty awesome. And then Monster Cable was giant back then. Monster Cable, Noli took over the cable space and speaker wires and all these things. And I love selling Monster Cable. This was my passion back then. I get ripped on this, but old ladies come in and they want to get a TV, and I ended up selling these cables that were more expensive than the TV. I just got ripped on. But hey, I mean, I guess, hey, you do what you
got to put food on the table, right?
You got to put food on the table. Yeah, she got the best experience from her TV with those cables. But
you wouldn't have liked me because I actually ordered my 65-inch Mitsubishi. They had it on QVC, and I was able to make payments without a credit card. They just took my bank account, and I was like, heck yeah, if I don't got to give a credit card and all that, and it's interest free, take my money.
Oh,
so literally had it delivered to my house from QVC.
Damn.
Amazing. I remember QVC. Holy moly.
Yeah. That's old school right there, man.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
So,
with all the Klipsch stuff,
City,
I'd say that was an incredible experience. But just because working at Ultimate, you get dealer discounts, and I took advantage of all that. So that's where I got all my speakers. It was from Ultimate Electronics, which was 15, 16 years ago, and I still have them today. They are the foundation of my theater today, and it's still amazing since day one. So that's my journey there for retail.
So where are you currently? Where are you currently located now? Are you in the States, or where are you at?
Minnesota, the Great North.
So you fight all those big winters and everything else.
I'm used to them. Yeah, it's been pretty light these last few years, but they're not as scary anymore. It does get cold though, but
yeah,
I'm used to it.
So you went from home theater and then making YouTube videos and stuff like that. So what made you make I know you kind of said you wanted to broaden the channel, but what made you start heading towards the streaming, and then where can people find you streaming?
Oh, sure. So I've always been a gamer, right? Since the old Nintendo days, ColecoVision, Atari 2600. I've been, yeah, I'm talking about from that point. But
yeah, that's what I remember playing the old Dig Dug,
Dig Dug and Pitfall.
Yeah. Yep,
Oh my
yep.
goodness. Yeah,
Pitfall.
Donkey
Oh,
Kong. Yeah.
Whew.
yep.
Oh,
Asteroids, the original. Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Space Invaders. You know,
Oh
yeah, good
yeah,
stuff.
Space Centipede, and then there's another one that I used to like that I can't ever remember. I remember I was never really good at Cubert for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't like the graphics on that one. But
Yeah, it's
there,
just a
yeah, there
weird
was quite.
configuration. You can fall off and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like that.
Paul.
But yeah. What you, so yeah, for streaming wise, I was just, with PCs being so advanced now and headphones and cameras and microphones and these game consoles that you can stream, I just wanted to give like the best quality live streaming I could, so other people can enjoy the gaming, the graphics out there, the new consoles, and I just love gaming, and it's just if I can show the best picture and sound on live stream, then I'm going to try to achieve it. And I did hit finally 4K 60 live streams now on YouTube,
Oh
and
wow.
they look pretty crispy.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that that was really cool, man. I think the first one you did, I was like, man, this is crazy. Just watching it.
2160. Wow.
So what are you using to stream that? Is that Are you using OBS or?
Yep, OBS Studio and Elgato capture devices, and just a really good internet connection. Of course, got to have fiber
Yeah.
because you need a huge upload for 4K stream for sure.
Yep.
And what type of rig are you running over there for your streaming and stuff? Gaming.
So it's a iBuyPower desktop PC. It's liquid cooled. It's not the most powerful thing. It's got, I think it's a 2070 Super graphics card and a decent CPU, good memory, 32 gigs, and it's just liquid cooled, so it looks kind of fancy and stuff. But none too crazy. I'm not really a PC gamer. I just wanted a PC that was just strong enough to do live streams in good quality. But I'm a console guy. PS5, Series X. I just love when you just buy one console and that's it. You just play games on it. There's no like upgrading cards every year and getting this, getting that. You got to click that little graphics update. It's so much, man. I just can't afford that stuff. It's just insane. But
so is that what
props to
you're
everybody
mainly
that can do
streaming
it
with
now.
now? Is a console or are you
Console.
streaming?
Yeah,
Okay.
just console to a capture card through the PC and then onto YouTube.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
I know. I know when I stopped playing video games, which was about 5 years ago. I know that you were able to download the Twitch app on like the Xbox and stuff like that and stream directly from that. But it's been a while since I've looked at that. I enjoy playing games. I have both the PS5 and the new Xbox. I've opened the PS5. I've probably played it 3 times since I've had it. But
Gosh, I think master lessons over here on talking about old school TRS 80 tape deck games over here. I think he's
Wow.
calling out his age over here.
He's got us. He's got us.
I remember games on the Commodore 64.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of that. That's way too I'm way too young for that.
Got the floppy disk games on the Commodore 64. Remember those?
Yeah. Well, that was
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail. That was
on a
high,
floppy disk.
That was high end.
No, I remember
cool
the big
about that.
floppy disk. You're talking about the 3.0 with the little shutter gate. I'm talking about
the big one, right? The big.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The bendable one.
Oh
Five
yeah.
and a quarter, 5.25 floppy. They had giant ones too, right? Like that was more in the industry, but they had the same type of material as the 5.25 inch floppies, but they were giant. They had big ones. That was more commercial use.
That's before the internet. That's bulletin board systems that you used to get on and download that stuff and everything else. Yeah, that was fun.
Wow.
I'm showing my age now.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, nobody on here knows about punch cards, so
Amazing.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh man. So let's
except maybe master lessons. He probably knows punch cards. No, just kidding. He probably does, and he's like, "Hey, man."
So let's go ahead and get you fired up to give us a little tour of this game room, man. I want to see what this thing looks like. It looks pretty nice. So,
What's
Yeah.
this screen share? Can I show an old picture
oh
of
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Oh yes,
absolutely.
you can do
So-
that. So once you hit the screen share, I'll pull it up,
Uh-huh.
and then we can, don't be
Okay,
like
let's
Paul.
see.
Just make sure you're
Screen-
sharing the right screen.
Select tab. Is it a window? Okay.
You can do
you
window,
can choose what you want if you want to do a particular window or browser or whatever you want to share.
So this new house that you're in, how long have you been in this house?
I've been in this house for probably 12 years. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. About 12 years now. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, I think you can select and pull it up full screen, and
I
if
don't know
it
if
allows
this
you
works
to do
now.
that.
Let's see. That's as big as I can get there. I don't know. How does it look on your guys' end?
So you couldn't click into the picture?
Can you click into the picture?
If I click, it just does like a small or medium size. For some
Okay.
reason. Wonder if I can choose a different.
I think you can click on the view up there at the top, maybe.
Yeah,
and it-
There's a
Yeah.
view option we see at the top of
the
the
very, very
screen,
top.
Let's see view.
right in the middle
Right
of
next
the
to sort.
tabs, right after sort and set as background.
Where are you at here? I got
In the-
file
in the-
info.
Middle
You
of the
guys
top
can tell that
four
we don't
picture.
script anything on this channel.
Yeah,
We just go with it.
yeah. Your top 4 pictures that you have, picture 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of those.
It's
Up
right above.
that on
Oh, the
menu
view?
bar. Yeah. Can you change like it to where it does like a full? Usually, you can select that up there and change like which
Extra large items,
sometimes
right?
you'll put them at the bottom.
Yeah, so
like
you
that.
should be able to click that now and see if it pulls.
Just could do open or show more
But
options.
if you right click and do you get a right click option to open?
Right click open, and it just goes. Let's see.
It goes over there. Huh.
Oh, it just
Yeah,
opens it
goodness.
on the side panel.
Yeah, I guess I don't know this application. Obviously, this looks like a Windows.
Interesting.
That is just like that's Windows, right? It's just the Explorer.
I think
Oh,
we
you
can.
guys just see. Okay, you just see that. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we
we
see
see
like
the
that.
whole thing.
We see the
like
whole Explorer
the
with
menu
multiple pictures
bar,
and the
we
menus.
see it all, and the picture on the right, type of deal.
Yeah, we see all your folders too.
If that's just Explorer, you can hold down the control button and hit the plus button, and it'll zoom in all of them.
Control plus.
Or you can maybe open.
Or scroll. Or I guess the scroll up button might do it too, like on your mouse. But oh well, it's no big. I can see.
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah,
I can see the.
ping
It
pong
looks like you got a
table.
refrigerator in there, so you keep your beer
Uh-huh.
cold. And a ping pong table and a sectional couch over there.
Yeah,
in the corner.
yep. So that's basically bare bones, just moving in this place. Yep, it's just all open there. It's got the L configuration.
Wow.
Yeah, that couch there. That fireplace that you kind of see it in the background. I took that out. I don't know if you guys
Okay.
can see that little fireplace there, but that's gone
Oh wow!
just to
So
make
what's
more
the
room.
So is that couch the same couch that's in that first picture, picture 1, at the same angle? Because man, that looks like the first picture 1. The area over there in the L looks much smaller, but on that picture
Yeah.
4, that section looks huge.
Yeah, the L section's large. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like dang, it's like a magnifying glass.
It's a big area, definitely.
Yeah, wow. Okay, because that first picture makes that little L look small.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
look at that. Go to the
it-
second
it-
one.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah, okay. Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of
yeah.
room there.
Yeah, it's huge.
And that little fridge area, that little microwave you see there, that little
Yep.
hole in the wall, that's where I put most of my theater equipments in there. I still have the
cool.
fridge down there. Yep, I put various snacks and gifts in there, drinks, and then that's pretty much set there. But you don't see much of the wood walls anymore. That pretty much everything is covered now, so you'll see.
Gotcha.
Wow,
Cool.
wow. All right. Well, yeah, you kind of get a little idea there. But
Yeah,
on my
you
channel,
saw that and you were sold. You were like, "Yep,
oh
that's
my
the
gosh,
one."
I knew exactly where this is going and where this is going to be, and it was crazy. But you know, the thing is, though, this area right here would never be here until my wife suggested that I move my computer from upstairs downstairs. So my computer is actually up in the living room, and for some reason, I thought it would be great to be up there. But since we got a new couch up there, she's like, "Why don't you move it down here?" And I was hesitant to do that, which is insane. But now that my computer's down here, it became this monstrosity here. But it never would have been here unless we got that couch upstairs. Man,
You moved that what about 3-4 years ago? You moved downstairs, I think. I remember when you started designing that area also on your
yep,
channel.
yep. About 3-4 years ago. Yeah. What's amazing if you get a chance to see my home theater tours from 1 to I think it's 16 or something. It's ridiculous the amount of differences from 1 to 16. It's insane. So yeah, happy to show it to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
we
you
could do
can join in on your phone, and then we'll just switch to a full screen, and
All right, so I'll hang up here and then I'll start my phone and then
you can leave it on.
I'll
I'll
leave it
just
here.
mute. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
just
mute
mute
you, and you
yourself.
just connect. You can just
Okay.
mute the PC just to avoid feedback when you get back in the room. But yep, there you go. And then you can connect on your phone, and I'll switch to a full screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Cool. Yeah.
thank you everyone for that's in the chat. Appreciate it. Let's see if we got any questions while he's getting that getting that all set up here. So
And he's
somebody
got the
was asking.
He's got the Cubert cubes in the back, like after I just said I sucked at that game. As he moves, it's like, yep. That's I don't know what was. I don't know why I couldn't figure that one out. It was one of the easier. Now it's like super. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know why I couldn't figure this one out. It was just different. It was funny.
Yeah,
I think
Raph
that's.
does have a lot. Let me pull up the full screen. Let's see. Hopefully, we got you, Raph. We see
All
the
right, you guys
stats.
ready?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Oh man, look at
All right,
that.
so first thing is the Raph Cave home theater sign. Got to have that. And then we open the door and we have posters.
That is cool.
Oh, I like the carpet. Look at the carpet.
Thank you.
So all the posters now, you overlaid them yourself, or are those specific, like really tall poster?
These were from Best Buy, those Blu-ray standees.
Oh, okay,
And
yes.
yeah,
Okay.
and every week I would
Awesome.
ask the Best Buy guys can you just put that aside? And I put my name on the back, and then when they took it down to rotate movies, I would take them home.
Dude,
So week
that is
after week.
So that's the
amazing.
side of the display. Is what that is. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, of course, Best Buy doesn't sell movies pretty much anymore. So
Right.
sorry about the light, guys. It's on a timer. But anyway, we're going downstairs, and you got to have the posters.
Gotta have the carpet.
That
The
is
carpet is
cool.
awesome.
The fact
Thank
that
you.
you have yeah, that's pretty wild. Like the
And
land.
you'll see eventually what I did with this black velvet here. I put that in later. Turn this off here. Okay, so we don't go left because left is the money shot. We'll do that last. But if we turn to the right, we'll go down this hallway here of posters and LED lights that I put on the ceiling. I love Michael Myers. If you didn't tell from the
Yeah,
carpet.
we got a hint. I got a hint.
That's my guy. I dress up as Michael Myers every Halloween to scare the kids in the neighborhood.
Awesome.
So yeah, more posters. Got this Doctor Strange and Expendables 2 banner. Down the hall here, more posters. My guy Bruce and various posters here.
I have not seen the movie Megan yet, and I do want to see that one. Have you?
Yeah, it was pretty good. If you like Chucky kind of thing, then that's a different
Yeah.
take. And yeah, most posters on the side there. And these are my various Blu-ray movies here. These are the Steelbook on top, and then some Blu-rays down below, and even some DTS demo discs from 2013. You guys remember these?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I still have some
Man.
sealed ones I haven't
I
even
don't
opened. I
have
got a
any of
bunch of them.
those anymore. I'm gonna have to get some of those.
Dig them out a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the other ones, the newer ones, are the
Yeah.
these ones, the
Yeah.
4K ones. Yep. So yeah, I love figurines. You'll see a lot of figurines in the Raph Cave. Internet is going to be this Asus. This is my router here. It's a beast. Asus got to have a good router. So pulling back here, guys, this is going to be my TV watching, where the old 82-inch Mitsubishi is. That's the old DLP projection. I have these are Infinity interlude speakers here with the built-in subs on the side. If you guys remember these at all. Pioneer's got these standard Atmos up-firing speakers. I just threw them on there. It's for equipment down here. Just the old Xbox, Xbox One, PS4. Yep, the old Infinity
Xbox
there.
360.
You guys remember the HD DVD player?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I knew one person that had that.
It's a relic now.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
it actually back in the day they actually did look better.
What's
Whenever
that? That's the Gears of War cover on the 360, right?
Yep, it's the faceplate. Faceplate
yeah.
for the 360. Yep.
Yeah.
Shield there, old Sony receiver. This is the ES receiver. I'm not sure what model it is, but what is this guy? The ZA1000 ES?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this old guy. Yeah, so NVIDIA Shield, some splitters here. This is the butt kicker amplifier. It's for the couch.
nice.
And some more figurines there. And a little Ant-Man action there.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Thank you. This is the Govee TV sensor. It kind of reads what's on the screen and lights up the TV behind.
The background, yeah.
Yep. It's another banner of Pacific Rim. Speaking of Pacific Rim, right?
Paul's movie that he loved.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh,
Lots of
God.
bass.
I really like those movies.
Oh, look
I
at the
really-
Gears. Look at the Gears of War. Gears
Lancer
of
and
War.
the
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
I was-
awesome.
the
Comment
Lancer
on-
and
guns. I was like, Jesus, criminy.
love
I
that
used to
game.
love
Love
I love the chainsaw gun, man.
Wasn't that great? Just change the landscape of gaming with that thing. This is the comfy couch, giant couch and ottoman there. Gears of War on top of the.
Why do you have
Okay.
Myers sitting on your chair, man?
Fall asleep
you'll-
and wake up next to that thing.
Golly, that would be
You'll
the
see.
end
He
of
actually
me.
goes somewhere else. I'll show you in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Michael Myers,
Hey, we don't want to see where else he goes.
there's the real Michael Myers there.
Jeez.
Oh,
That
man.
is pretty wild. That is
That
amazing.
is. Wait till you see his eyes. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
he's there.
Dude, if I own this room, there's no way I'm sleeping, spending the night in there, man. I'll mess around and freak scare the life out of myself in my own room.
Oh, he's a teddy bear. Don't worry about him. He's a teddy
Ah,
bear.
man.
Give you
Yeah,
hugs.
that's what they said about Chucky, man.
It's the old Quest 2 there. I don't really use anymore, but it's there if you need to. The fan is right here because when I do live stream on VR, there's a padding under this carpet here. So when I'm standing on it, it's very comfortable, and I got the fan going. And then I have a webcam right here to capture me on stream.
nice.
Yep. If you didn't tell, I'm a huge Vikings fan. Let's go Vikes. You know,
Adrian
got it.
Peterson fan.
Adrian Peterson, AP all day, right? Let's see what we got. We have kind of a racing rig here. This is my little steering wheel. If I ever want to play some racing games, I can pull that out and plug it in. Separate chair for that. Let's see. Any other questions in this area before I move on?
No, man,
I
that's
think
that's
covered most of it. I mean,
I got a
that's,
lot.
that looks it's there is a lot going on. That's for sure.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot. Yeah. If I went through every single individual thing, we'd be here all night.
What type of display is that?
It's a Mitsubishi DLP projection, 82 inch. It's just 1080p.
So that's one of the older ones from back in the day.
Yep, it's a projection, rear
Still
projection.
kicking, huh?
Yeah. Yep, it's a simple lamp you replace.
Yeah.
That's
all
all
you
it's
gotta
this
do
little
is replace
chip here.
a bulb on that bad boy, and you're good to go.
That's it. I have 2 spare lamps in the closet, so whenever it needs it, I'm ready to go.
Yep.
Keep it going.
I had the Panasonic DLP rear projection, and
I had that one. Yeah, 47 inch little Panasonic. Yeah.
Yep.
Good times. Good times. All right, we're moving on. Now this is going to be a pan shot of where I was sitting. Now there's a lot going on here. I'll show you the back. The back of the TV I have on a tabletop mount, which you'll see when I go in the front. Just some various figurines to kind of cover up all the wires and stuff of the consoles, you know. This is my PlayStation VR headset, kind of goes there, which you'll see. This is the arcade that I built. I don't know if you guys know the old arcade 1-up, and I kind of built that.
That's cool.
Yep.
How many games do you have on that?
Oh, thousands. They're all on my PC. It's all emulation.
Oh, okay.
So whenever I want to play some old school gaming, it's pretty fun. A lot of fun playing this thing. A couple of feats here. All right, so let's move on to the area that I was sitting in. There's a lot going on here.
Oh yeah.
You kind of saw the back where I was sitting. So now you can kind of see this side here. There's a lot going on. Oh, there I am. There I am right there. So this screen, so they're both 65-inch TVs, 65-inch, 65-inch. This is going to be the LG OLED, the GX, the first Gallery Series OLED. And it's still a beautiful picture.
There's Michael Myers over there.
You see Michael creeping over there?
Yeah,
Ike's like, no way, I'm out.
That's the best look right there, where you're just kind of like, hey, what are you doing over there?
What's
Right
going
on?
I love it. I love it. This here is the 8K TCL TV. It was the last 8K that TCL made. It's a mini LED, micro LED QLED 8K TV.
Oh, nice.
And I've been through a lot as far as comparing, you know, the 8K with the OLEDs and all that stuff. And to me, the 8K upscaling is so good. It cleans up the image so much that I'll sacrifice some black levels to get that 8K resolution of all those pixels on screen. I love it. It's just really great. Made a few videos on it.
Gamer, right? Like, do you game on that one or?
Oh, absolutely, always. Yeah. That's my main monitor for gaming. Yeah, it's just fantastic.
Totally makes sense as a gamer. Yep.
Yes.
For sure.
So what I have in here is the Infinity Kappa speakers. You have bookshelf here, the center speaker here, another speaker there. There's my PC. As I said, the liquid cooled one. You can kind of see all the lights and stuff in there. It's pretty neat. Let's see the PlayStation 5 there. There's my camera there. Series X. Bunch of knickknacks and, you know, various keychain stuff, and you'll see the little knickknacks I put on here. You guys know what this is, right? Careful, Ike.
Yep.
That's the Lamont configuration from Hellraiser. Love that. Yeah, so various remotes for my different things here. I don't have like a single remote for everything. It's just very complicated to get it all working and down here with all the stuff
Now,
I
Is
is
that
have.
the
that a
sofa baton there?
silicone? Is that a
Which one?
silicone?
That's the sofa baton right there.
That's Sofa Baton. Yep,
Yeah.
it's the second one.
So that didn't get rid of all your remotes.
No, for some reason it doesn't turn everything off or turn everything on at the same time. You got to go to individual devices to make it work. Even
Okay.
with the IR blaster here, it still didn't make it work. So I'm hoping that the new version that comes out soon will be able to fix it. We'll see. I'll probably
Is
get
that
a
a silicone
sponsorship for that one.
case for your LG remote there? That looks
That
pretty
is.
well. Okay,
That is.
cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I was like,
It's one of the
wait,
older
what?
remotes.
Yeah, yeah. I have an older remote like that, but I like that silicone look, the case there. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good grip. Thank you. Thank you. Over here, mic arm, of course, and then back here, various figures, transformer stuff, super box stuff. My main receiver here that does all the magic is the Denon. That's this guy, the 3800H, this guy. Yeah,
Okay.
3800H. And that's what I run all my devices into and use the Zone 2 goes out into the Elgato capture card, and that's what goes into the PC to stream
Oh,
onto
Man,
YouTube.
I'm surprised you
China
have anything on the top of
so
that Denon because those things you can fry an egg on if you turn them up.
I've had really good luck with not overheating any of my electronics ever. I don't know why. It's just I keep a little bit of space underneath it.
you're gonna
Yeah.
have to make a video for Chana so he knows how to use Techno Dad, so he knows how to use Zone 2.
Zone 2. It's important. It's important.
Yeah.
So yeah, some more stuff
Little
back here in the
Stream Deck.
corner.
Is that a Stream Deck down there?
Yep.
Stream Decks. Yep, Stream Deck.
A couple of them.
It's the original one, yeah.
Okay.
And then the Wave XLR for my mic. Yep.
Yeah, how do you like the XLR Wave XLR? Is that
Oh,
works all right?
I love it.
Does what it?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's great.
It's good.
I'm all about simplicity, in certain things, where.
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
and
it's great.
I was like, yeah, maybe, I don't know, but I was like,
Worth a shot.
like, oh, you got it, so it must be pretty good.
I love it. Yeah, I went through a couple different audio enhancer mixer things, and this one just sounds better, and it's just simpler. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm all about simplicity when it comes to some things.
So you just control your volume with that, and that's it.
Yep, it's just the amplifier for your mic, and then the volume control is here, and you can kind of dial it, and you can push it in to mute it. It's pretty simple, and you can also hook up your headphones to it if you want to do the monitoring.
Okay.
And it does have the phantom power of 48 if you need to
Yep.
boost your mic a little bit.
Yep. I used to rock one of those before I moved over to the Rodecaster. So it's just sitting in my drawer. If you want one, Paul, I got you.
Oh,
This is my green screen. When I do my reactions, I just pull that up, and I'm able to
Sounds
do
like
green
that's
screen.
what he packed in the suitcase when he goes to his hotel.
That's all it is.
zing.
You remember God of War? You got to have the Blade of Chaos there. Got to have that.
Oh yeah. I was never a big God of War fan, but I can respect the game. A lot of people do like it.
Kratos says, "You better play my game."
Yeah.
Ike, this one's for you here. Be careful.
There we go.
So yeah, so that's the
Terminator figurine
So the
too.
poster back there, or the cubes back there, is that? I see the lights. Like, how is that?
So this is made by made by Govee, and
right? Yeah.
Govee. These are just
Cube
panels
lights.
that you can
Yeah.
stick to your wall and just make it any configuration you want. And I just kind of measured and make sure they all work to how many I had, and it worked out okay. And I put the wire. The wire is behind the poster, running across behind the poster here, and then plugged into the wall down here. So
Cool.
that's how I did it.
I was just like, man, it looks like it's super flat, but it's 3D. Obviously, it's like a 3D thing.
Yeah, and there's probably 50 or 60 different patterns you can choose from on the app, and you can add your own patterns as well. It's a DIY option as well too.
Cool.
That's
fun.
pretty cool.
This is my big daddy chair here. This is my big Vikings chair that I sit in when I just won a game on the LG. And I don't know if you noticed, but I do have a wireless speaker system here. The left speaker, the center there, the right, and these have Atmos up firing as well on there. Mm-hmm. And then in the back, they do have wireless speakers for the back of the couch here.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and then below is your subwoofer on the floor. And it's all wireless, hooked up to a transmitter. That's right there. That little guy hooked up through HDMI will transmit the audio to all speakers wirelessly, just the power cord. It's really neat. Better than a sound bar, I think. So like,
No. How would how's the delay and stuff like that with it being wireless?
it's very minimal. Very minimal delay. Sounds fantastic, really. It didn't catch on too much, I think, because it's not out there that much, I guess. I guess the wireless is not working out too well as far as like the power cord. It's like it's not wireless when you got to have a power cord hooked up to it. So people are probably turned off on that. So I think it's okay. Any questions on here, guys? Of the main.
Oh, the main chair. What's your in your computer seat? What's your configuration there? Is it 5 dot?
Oh, sure.
1?
This is a 5 dot. No, this is a 7 dot. Well, I have 4 subwoofers, so 712, I guess.
Okay.
On the ceiling, I didn't show you guys, but I do have the Atmos wire here, Atmos here, Atmos there. I just put a separate absorber there, I guess, a cloud on top. That's my webcam that I do overhead unboxings with. Some more lights on top of the TV for more lighting. The Govee light sensors on both TVs for the LEDs behind the TV are there. And then the back speakers you saw there to surround back. And then I have a subwoofer in that bottom corner, a subwoofer there, and a subwoofer under the desk here, and then the final sub is right there. And what's really cool is with the butt kicker amp, I can get rumble under my chair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, with that little butt kicker rumble attached to my seat.
Now that looks like a wire. So do you have to avoid, running that wire over, or how do you manage that?
Yeah, it's just a single wire. I don't move my chair too much, so it just kind of dangles here.
Okay.
Not too bad. Just single wire up to the amp, and then the amp is hooked up to the Denon, and it all works out whenever I turn it on.
Nice.
So yeah, you'll see in the theater the butt kickers I just absolutely love. I think they're an absolute must-have for any home theater. Is bass transducers in the seats. It's such a cool feeling to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty inventive, putting it on the computer chair.
Yeah, but
I've never seen anyone do that before.
You have a secret home theater in your gaming section. It's like you can come there and miss the fact that there's a complete 714 setup.
You can't even tell it's here.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoa, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
So for this theater here, it's just a simple 512. The back speakers are going to be in that back corner, and then right here. So that's my surround sound speakers for this area when I do watch TV or whatever in this area. So got it covered. Oh, and the butt kicker, I didn't show you. This is the butt kicker for this couch.
Nice.
Hooked up here. Yep. And that's going to that amplifier right there. It's right there. Yep.
Nice.
So got butt kickers all over the place.
You got the computer chair and then the couch covered.
Yes. So you guys ready for the main event?
Yep.
Total off subject. The cushion you have in your main chair there.
Oh, absolutely. I gotta have cushions, guys. When I'm sitting in this chair for so long,
Yeah.
You gotta have cushions.
Yeah,
I just
I was just wondering where you got those because, yeah, I have a fancy like 20-year-old leather chair, and I'm like, I have like pillows and blankets in it right now, and I'm like,
Looks
I
like it
like
has
that
like
one.
a
It looked
leg
like it
support
had,
underneath that pops
yeah,
out
it looked
too.
like it had some air flow to it. I guess is what it
yeah, it's
looked
a
like.
really nice chair. It's got like a nice configuration. When you're sitting down, it just cups really nice. You know what I mean? For
Yeah,
the
yeah.
curve.
That's why I saw. I was like, oh man, that actually looked like it had some airflow. Breathes where it
And
needs
then
to breathe. Yeah.
gotta have some
So,
lumbar support. I just like to sit more upright. After a
yep.
while, you kind of start sinking in, as you want to keep the posture. So, and then
Ex-
right here is just I pull this out and put my feet on top of that. So I'm really just all covered. I
Man,
just put multiple cushions on here.
gotcha.
I put my feet on this when I'm sitting down in this chair. If I'm not reclining all the way, I just put my feet on that guy.
Yeah,
Something
cool.
simple.
Okay.
Gotta
Yeah,
have comfort.
yeah.
Keep it
It's the
comfy.
little things, man. It's the little things that make a world of
Yep,
difference.
gotta keep that blood flowing, man, on your
Yes,
legs,
Absolutely.
especially when
exactly.
you
Yep.
sit for a very long time. So,
You know what's the worst is when you're in the theater with bad seats and you start, moving to the left and moving to the right, shifting.
Yes.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
you're
awful?
trying
I
to
mean, they
crack your
fixed it now,
back
but
the whole time. You're like,
oh, just
what's
awful.
going
Just the worst.
on?
Is the movie over
Yep.
yet? Come on, get me out of here.
yeah.
So Master Lesson says those Transformers are worth more than my Storm.
Awesome. Yeah, I love Formers. Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's my fun area.
I love the Transformers also. I I I I grew up with playing with Transformers. They were one of
Gotta
my
have the,
favorites.
yep. Those guys are
Vol-
awesome.
Voltron and Transformers, man. That's what
Yeah,
I was about.
RoboCop, Godzilla.
Gotta
I
have
mean,
that going on in there, yeah.
damn.
I just
You got
I
it
just
all.
bought this. This is my newest edition here. I just bought this used.
Oh, okay.
It's a headphone holder while being a wireless charger for your phone. And I just figured, I mean, I'm going to put RoboCop there and let him shine with this light. It's pretty neat.
Hell yeah. I mean, it looks like it's a piece. I was like,
Yeah, I
shoot, I've
thought it
never
came
seen that
together. I
piece
thought
at
it was a
all.
single piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's a
I'm
phone
surprised
charger.
Monster made it. Yeah, phone
That's the
charger.
way you do it, man. That's awesome. I love the
Thank you,
creativity.
thank you. The little things, man. I was saying it's the little things. Love it.
Oh, that is so wild,
Oh,
man.
yeah, don't forget about the cushion here. When you're sitting down, you put your
Oh,
arms on
yeah.
this and you're comfy. I got this one custom made. This is the Raph Cave one here.
Mm,
But it's
nice.
just I'm sitting like that and it's perfect. I'm all covered. Very comfortable gaming. Kick the feet up and I'm going to town on this big old 8K 65-inch. So that's my setup there. Oh, I forgot to show you my movies here. So this top row is the HD DVDs
Yep, you can
because
tell by
whenever I do watch them, have those.
the
And
red logo. I wonder if Plex or MKV could
Can play that.
do
Right?
something with HD.
HD DVD combo format.
DVD Fab should be able to
Yeah,
rip them, right? It's just an ISO.
Probably. Through the way, yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it is an ISO event. Yeah, it's got to be. In, yeah,
These are just my regular DVDs
is
here.
that a full or Freddy?
Yes, the full set.
Yeah. Wow.
Nightmare on Elm Street set. And then the Aliens, yep. And then the Bruce Lee set. And some Friday the 13th there, the Evil Dead with the real skin cover.
Oh wow!
And the old Matrix set down here. The Akira. My first DVD ever is this guy here.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Mortal
The
Kombat.
very
Dang,
first
no
one.
kidding.
This
Dang.
is what I bought with my first DVD player from Sears, Mortal Kombat. That was my first one. That's probably why I spent so much money because I wanted to bring that home. I don't know. But yeah, those are my movies there. Little Sonos speaker. Sometimes I use it for Alexa. That's the only reason why it's down here. But yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, there's various figurines and things like that all over the place.
Yeah, we
Uh,
have seen tons of them. Funko Pops. You've got all kinds of stuff going
yeah, love it. Yeah,
on.
everything. There's so much
Darth
stuff. I love
Maul.
it. Yeah,
And
Darth Maul action.
Oh yeah.
You know, Marcus, we got the full Gears of War collection back there. All the 4 games back there, and then even got the cans from Gears of War 4. I think that's Energy. What is that?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Rockstar.
that's what it
Yeah,
was. Yeah.
Rockstar Energy. Yep. Yeah, and then the old statue there, and yeah, that's about Funkos and Mortal Kombat mask. That's about it.
Yeah, people ditched Halo once Gears of War came out. Man, it was like a full transition. It was
Yeah, I never got into Call of Duty because I was like, I wanted the blood and gore from Gears of War. I just said, I want to chainsaw somebody in half. So
yeah.
I kept playing. That's more fun than just shooting and they fall down. Like, all right.
Yeah, the only thing that bothered me with Gears is just how slow they move sometimes. You know, you wanted them to run faster or do whatever. But yeah, the third person shooter with them was pretty cool. You know.
Yep. And hopefully, you get the Gear 6 announcement next month here, or sometime this month. We'll probably get the Gear 6 announcement. All right, so you ready to show the main theater here?
Yep.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
Let's see what we got on section number 3.
Yeah, this is kind of the back of the main theater. So I guess it's kind of awkward to show you from here, but these are where I mounted my center rear speakers. I mounted them to the ceiling. These are Klipsch RS7s back here, 2 of them here. The projection is going to be this is the Sony 295 projector here. Just got this new mount there. And then that's another RS7 side speaker there. Another RS7 side speaker there. On the top is where I put my 4 Atmos speakers, 2 in the top middle, and then my top there. Then the acoustic cloud, just kind of keep the sound nice. You know, put that up there. It looks kind of cool. Unfortunately, when this popcorn ceiling, I'm not able to really take care of that.
Right.
I mean, realistically, as soon as I moved in, that's when you're really supposed to change the ceiling.
Yeah.
But at that point, it's just, there's nothing really I can do now. It is what it is.
Yeah, you have
Which
too
is
much
kinda-
stuff to take out of there to remove that.
Yeah, that would be an absolute nightmare. Why don't I just go in the front, I guess? I'm going to go in the... Well, I guess behind the theater seats, let me show you. So I have 8 subwoofers total in the theater. This is going to be a Klipsch 12 here. This is going to be another Klipsch 12 here. And then the third Klipsch sub is here. Those are the back base for the seats.
So that's all near field then.
Yep, right behind the theaters. Yep, the seats. The butt kickers, I have 4 of them. There's one on that edge there. You can't really see, but there's another butt kicker down there. Another butt kicker you can't really see, I guess, right there.
Yep.
And then the 4th one is on the very end. So 3 subs in the back, 4 butt kickers behind the seats. You want to do equipment last?
Yep.
Yeah,
We're
that's
going to
fine.
do equipment now? Or?
No, we can do it last. You can come
Okay.
back to it.
All right, so when you go downstairs and you turn left, we're going to see this here.
Okay.
Figurines on top of the two Klipsch towers. These are RF7s, the original RF7 Klipsch towers here. The RC7 center below. And then we have the three 15-inch subs here. Those are the RSW15 Klipsch with the front and back. And then in the middle of the newer SPL 150 there. And I lucked out getting all these platforms here. These are like base isolation platforms, kind of
Okay.
elevate the subs off the ground so it
I
doesn't
think
shake.
those are the Auralex, or I think it's Auralex, right? Because I'm
Arlex,
planning, I'm
yeah.
planning to get two
The
of those
the
for my
grandma,
theater.
the grandma or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grandma. So we
So
got
let me
those
ask
there.
you, what was the deciding factor for you to put the three together like that?
Man, you know, I've changed the configuration so much. I've had these stacked on top of each other. I've had I put all the subs on one side. But you know, when I go back to when I did the configuration and the calibration of the subs, going through, I used the REW with the UMIC 1 with the mini DSP 2x4, and I went through so many tests of the bass waves up and down and matching them all up, and it seemed like this configuration 3 and 2 seemed to be the smoothest for me versus more on this side or more on that side, and it just kind of worked better this way. And I even tried to turn them towards me instead of straight out this way. And I mean, it just didn't really make a difference for this particular room. So I guess I like it this way. I'm using as much space as I can because honestly, I just wanted to fill this area as much as I could with subwoofers, and it just seemed to work out okay. This side here is the dual 15 SPL 150s here, so two 15s on this side, and still have two more of those RLX risers there. But it sounds good. Yeah.
What brand are the subs? Sorry.
All Klipsch SPL 150s, 15s. Okay. Yep, all Klipsch. These are so five 15s in the front, and then the 3 12s in the back.
So you run all of those with the mini DSP. How do you have all that connected to your processor?
So there's 4 outputs of the mini DSP, and what's nice about some of these subs, I think they have an in and out. So I just daisy chained a couple of them here, and then I think I had some Y splitters for the back to get all these going. And I've gone through one by one. So 1 calibrate, then 2 calibrate, 3 cap, 4, 5, 6. I've done it all the way up to 8 to get the smoothest. It took a long time to get those graphs working out well. And there's no bottoming out. It sounds amazing. The volume's not even halfway up. The gain's not even halfway, and it's amazing. It sounds awesome. I did play.
You're definitely not moving them once you spend all that time to calibrate them.
Exactly. They're not going anywhere for sure. Yeah, tested out. You guys remember Deepwater Horizon?
Oh yeah,
Kurt Russell. That oil rig explosion is my favorite demo. I just love it. The build up, the crescendo at the end, the Atmos, the bass, the intensity of it. It's just goosebumps.
Are you using the 4K or the Blu-ray to demo?
4K in that one, just 4K.
Yep. So I don't know if you know or not, but do you have the Blu-ray version of that also?
No,
I think it came. I think the 4K came with the Blu-ray version in the pack. So if you do, in the very beginning of the Blu-ray, they actually play one of the first Dolby Atmos demos to where like the triangles move around the whole room and the glass breaks and everything else like that. They didn't include that on the 4K version, but on the Blu-ray version, when you hit play, that demo plays.
Oh, so nice! I love those demos. Yeah.
Check that out to see if you do have it. I'm pretty sure it did come in the. I'm pretty sure the 4K came with the Blu-ray in that pack. So yeah,
Nice. I'll look into it. This particular screen is 135 inch diagonal. It's a 16 by 9. It's a Cinegray screen made by Elite Screens, and I opted to go to 16 by 9 because for gaming and for watching sports and UFC events and movies as well and TV watching. I kind of want this to be a multi-purpose.
right.
But also, when you look at the size of the speakers, I'm going all the way to the edge of the room here, and here. There's really, if I went with the thinner screen, it wouldn't be as large.
Right.
And I just stuck with this. There was a time when I thought about building a false wall and putting the speakers behind it to get a larger screen, but then I would completely be eliminating this entry point here, and there's really no room when you look at the seats. They're edge to edge, pretty much. So that's why.
How much more
it's
room would
separated.
you have? How many feet back is where you're sitting now from the screen?
Well, I know the projector is 15 and a half feet back.
Okay.
So I'm probably 13 feet back, 11, 12 feet back, 13, 12 feet, something
So
like that.
would your projector be able to throw a wider image from 13 feet?
I believe so. It's got really good adjustments from shrinking and enlarging.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same as the Sony I had. I think this is the 295, and I had the 365, which is basically just a refresh of that model. So
Yeah.
yeah, that could do. Yeah,
At 15 feet, I think that could almost do 165.
yeah, because I was using the Sony at 17, 18 feet on a 137. So
Wow.
yeah.
And what type of screen are you using? I know you said it's a Cinegray. Is that a Seymour? Is that a Stewart?
Elite screen. Elite screen. Yep. It's a 1.3 gain. Yeah, I didn't mind the gray. It just it's supposed to reflect more ambient light, and I don't get any hot spots, and the blacks look a little better to me than the white screen I had here.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah, it looks nice.
appreciate it. Yeah, there's not much room for the center, of course. I have it angled upwards, so it just goes right towards the main listening spot.
Yeah, I mean that center channel works when you don't have a second row. You know what I mean? Down lower like that, it works
Okay.
when you don't have a second row because you're not blocking it. So that works
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'm really big into the surge protection, so you got to have I get the little monster plug here for my subs.
Oh wow.
Little surge, yep. I
What,
put those
what
on.
model is that? Monsters.
It's the AV200 Monster Surge. It's an old one. I've had these for so many years. It's still working.
And is that all velvet that you put around the room? How did you design that?
Exactly. So this is black velveteen from Joanne Fabric, and I bought a few hundred yards and just cut it up and tacked it up to the ceiling, to the walls and ceiling there, and covered it all up. You remember this was all the wood paneling, all that
Right.
light colored wood. So yeah, I put these acoustic panels here, 3 on this side and 4 over here, black velveteen, so it just kind of makes the picture pop out more when it's a black border around there.
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
like it's floating. Yeah. And have you ever thought about putting velvet across the top? Do you get reflections across the top on your ceiling?
Not really up here. No, it's not noticeable too much. Not at all.
Okay.
Everything kind of keeps it right below here, so not very
Got that.
distracting though. No.
I guess since you have the tray ceiling, there's no reflections back.
Yeah.
He's got a couple feet of tray.
Yeah.
Back
Covered in
off that
velvet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice setup, man. I like that.
Yeah, I like the LEDs. And
Well, what I like is that you made each space its own, right? So each space has its own, you're not trying to blend speakers. You're not trying to, blend systems all together. Every little section has its own dedicated sound system, which is very nice.
Thank you. 3 separate areas. Yeah, that was my
Yep.
vision. It's awesome. It works out great. I had these theater seats back farther, before I got, the arcade and, all these things. So I had to keep moving it towards the screen more and more to fit it. and I wasn't able to move this more this way. I would have liked, but it's kind of it's already set,
It just makes it more immersive, where every couple more inches you bring it forward, the more immersive it is. So,
Exactly. I don't mind at all.
So what type of processor and stuff like that are you running?
All right, let's get over there to the equipment area, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to turn off the curtain lights. I think you have the same thing as me. There's curtain lights here.
Oh yeah.
Alexa, turn off curtain lights. All right, so where should we go here? All right, so the main processor I have is the Marantz 7705. And I think this is perfect for my situation. It's not. I don't believe this is HDMI 2.1. But the thing is my projector is not HDMI 2.1, so I really didn't need it. But this has been just fantastic. Great processing. Does the job really well, and it's a great for the sound. That Blu-ray player is that LG something or other. Yeah, I don't know the model number. I can't see which one it is, but that's the LG for the Blu-rays. The main amp for my 5 is going to be the Carver Premier. This old THX guy here, 5-channel. Puts out some great power, clean power. What's the nice thing about the Klipsch is that they're very efficient, and of course you don't need a ton of power to drive those guys,
Right.
This is the Outlaw is the 7-channel amp. This is going to be for all the surround or the Atmos, the center back for that one there. These are my 2 butt kicker amps for the rumble and the seats. These 2 guys here. Just an old gateway PC here for my server, for running my files from the NVIDIA Shield here. And I'm just keeping the spacers. I love these tri-grips here. These tri-grips just give me enough little space between everything. I don't know if you can see it, but back there is the mini DSP. Right there is the mini DSP for the subs, and they're just branching off, to all the other subs. You guys remember the Monster Power?
Yeah, we
Yep.
see a lot of that. That's a man. Woo.
The voltage stabilizer. The
Yep.
huge Varic in the center and adds voltage to keep that 120. I love it. I have basically my entire basement is off of the stabilizer and the signature Monster Power here. I love these things. These are huge back
I've been
then.
trying to find one of those, man. It's just hard to get them on the used market, man.
Oh man, I know, right?
In
They're
a
gems
reasonable
now.
price.
Very
Yeah.
rare. That's the main area here. A couple signs up there.
So
And
how does
then
your when you did the wiring for this, did you take it up through the ceiling? Did you come out the back and go along the side for the theater portion? Because I know this is mainly your theater rack, right? So how did you do the wiring for this?
So moving in from the first day, I had an AV technician here to help me out, and he ran most of the speaker wires through the back. There's a crevice in the wall there that'll shoot up through the ceiling here, and he made a little cutout here to run the HDMI wire across and to come out for the HDMI right up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the speaker wire was kind of in the wall already, so we just kind of used the existing wire. It probably wasn't the best wire, but it was decent gauge at least, but it was kind of existing already in the walls. It was kind of sticking out. The wire was sticking out from the wall here for this back speaker, so we just kind of used that. And then behind the center speaker, there's a cutout where all the speaker wires come out to go across for the front and center. As far as the ceiling goes, that's what I did myself. I ran all 4 Atmos speaker wire across from behind the velveteen underneath here, and then up this little pipe, and then back to the Marantz or the amplifiers here. So I did a lot of extra wiring after the fact.
Right.
And then to run the LED lights up here, it also comes across with the speaker wire around here as well.
And is that like a Govee, or is that like using like the separate power supply, 5-wire, 3-wire? How is that? How are your lights set up for that?
The ceiling lights are from this power supply here.
Okay.
Yep, going across, and then I just strung it all the way across and over and back. So that's Govee for the ceiling strip. Yeah, this is actually these are Christmas lights, Christmas tree lights. I just kind of used for the ceiling. The Govee lights, the panels here, the Govee light strip across, the Govee lights behind the TVs here. They're all Govee. Everything is Govee down here, so I can just use one app and control the lighting.
Yeah, that's good to keep that all one.
Yep, I like Govee. The app is a little bit non-intuitive, but once you kind of get it set up, it works very well, and they all seem to work, pretty decently,
Yep.
Yeah.
like when you get them set up. But
they have good updates and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
I also have the house lights, the outdoor house lights. So I strung them up outside the house. So what's great about that is they're permanent and they're weatherproof as well. So I can just flip a switch and have Christmas lights up, or Halloween lights, or Easter lights, or whatever kind of lights. And
Vikings game. Yep, that's what I do. That's exactly what I have. I have a Chiefs and a Royals and a Christmas and Halloween setting.
Cool.
My Govee lights.
Cool. That's how you do it. Tired of going on the ladder every year and pulling them down and putting them back up. Right.
Yep.
What color do you put for your swinger parties?
Swinger parties, oh boy. Whichever lights you want. Whatever tickles your fancy.
Everyone in the know, they know that it doesn't have anything.
They know what color it is, right?
It's the secret rock out front. People know.
Hey, Raph, your subwoofers, man, how low do they go? I can't believe I just asked that after the whole swinger question.
How low do they go?
Subwoofers go. Like,
holy moly!
Ike's like,
I've measured.
I need to work on my timing.
Where's Youthman? I need Youthman in the chat. We need some sanctification in the chat.
I've got these down to 12 hertz. Combined with the bass hits, I'm getting down to 12. Pretty good. And what's nice about the butt kickers there is they go down to 5 hertz, so you're just getting this ultra deep low in your seat, and then still have nice, cloudy deep, bass to fill the rest of the room. It's just a nice combination, and it's a lot of fun. It's fantastic.
This is a great setup, man. I'd love to partake in that if and listen to that one time with all those subwoofers lined up like that. I wouldn't have thought to line them up like that. I would have tried to jam them in the corners, and probably would have tried. You said you had 8 subwoofers, right? So I probably would have tried to stack them in the corners, and then maybe two on in the middle like you got there. But yeah, I mean, just a phenomenal setup that you got there. I really, really like the creativeness of everything that you've done in there.
Thank you. I would love to put my subs, next to my fronts, to get that nice balanced fronts downstage, or but below the screen here and here. But I mean, when you look at how big these are, and I only have this much space for a screen. I didn't want to do something
So
small.
the ceiling's 8
Yeah.
foot tall.
Yeah, when you look at the soffit here, that's
Mhm.
8 feet. Yeah. And then it goes to, I think this is a 12, maybe.
Okay.
But I was limited with that soffit. That's what killed it there, to put anything higher or larger.
Right.
Yeah, giant speakers that don't go in the wall or behind the screen. I'm kind of limited as what I can do. And then the subs on the side is the only where I can put them.
Yeah, if you ever did consider making that back wall, you could probably stack most of those,
Oh yeah.
behind the the baffle wall or whatever. That would but like you said, you put a lot of work into the calibration of that, and you got it how you like it. So hey, man, you're the only person that has to like it, right? I mean, I think it looks phenomenal. I think you did a great job with this.
Yeah, and they
Thanks.
make for good cup holders too, right? Put your cups on there and sit down and drink. Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
you got
You're really testing those isolation feet.
Multi-purpose room.
Uh-huh.
It looks. I mean, if you look at it, it's not like aesthetically balanced to a lot of people, but as far as how sound works, that actually how he has it set now is
Yeah.
more proper than, but it goes against the grain because it's not.
Right.
People like to have evenness, and that's not how sound works. So in reality, how he has it set right now is probably one of the best situations that you would be able to get the best sound out of it. So obviously he's, like you said, you've moved those around a lot, I can tell, because normally people would not put them in those spots, but that is how you're going to get the best sound, because what people don't realize, that open doorway that you have over there on the front right, that's basically a gigantic bass trap. And the back open is also a gigantic bass trap. So what you're doing is you're compensating for that by placing them where they are and off to the right as well. So you definitely, just by looking at it, I can tell, yeah, I guarantee you spent a lot of time flattening that bass or making it. You can make it do whatever you want with the way you have it laid out. I can tell just by looking at it. But yeah, most people, it's like, like even me, I know, yeah, that you probably got the better sound, but it's like, oh yeah, it's leaning, that's just how we are, we like things to be even, but that's just not how sound works,
I mean, that's 515s, man. You got 515s.
Yeah, and at that point, it does it really
work.
matter at that many? Does it really matter? You could put those anywhere, to be honest, right?
At some point, I'll be sitting right in the middle on the floor between both subwoofers, so you can get those legendary brown notes. Just.
Oh my God. It was amazing watching that Deepwater Horizon. There's a bass note that hits so low that the air coming out of the ports, I can feel in my legs. There's just all this rush of air all over the bottom here. It's just really cool.
Oh, that
was
cool.
Intense. Just a woof, you can just feel it.
What I do like about what I see a lot in everywhere, everything is kind of balanced with comfort in mind. You've got things on your main theater chairs. You got things at your gaming chair. You got extra comfort on your main couch and everything. It's like you're wanting and inviting like people, not just gear enthusiasts, although you got the Michael Myers thing.
Yeah, I'm not
sitting
there.
Some people
I'm standing right
Come
by the
on,
door.
sit down.
I don't trust that little dude, man.
He shakes too.
I don't know
Oh,
where
man.
that guy's going.
He actually sits right here. This is where his home is. He's right here. That's
So
where
what did
he
do?
guards the arcade.
So he moved to the couch by himself?
He moves with loud sound. So if like it's a big
Chucky
bass note, or
Myers.
if I rage, he'll start shaking.
Ah, boy.
All right, no more
Oh,
Michael Myers on the couch. Now we're good.
that's awesome.
Nah,
That
I
is
mean, as soon
cool.
as the lights just go out and you tell it's a good night, I feel like he just hops down there and just, well, time to go to bed. He goes sit on the couch.
I'm ready. Let's go.
And then he looks up at himself floating
I
in
know, right?
circles.
Yeah, he scares himself. He's like, "Oh shit! Oh wait, that's me. Never mind."
Uh,
I really
Yeah.
like the guns from Gears of War that you got setting up there. That's my favorite piece. I've never seen anybody have those guns displayed anywhere on any YouTube channel or anything like that. So that
Wow, cool.
those are my favorite piece that you got up there. So
They do vibrate here.
oh wow.
They still work. I don't know if this one works, but here. Nope, I need to replace the battery on that one. It's been a while.
That would be cool
Thanks,
if the
man.
chainsaw went around.
Oh boy, I'm sure someone's made a real life Lancer somewhere.
I'm
Oh
sure.
god.
I'm
you
sure.
Yeah,
know,
oh,
yeah.
I'm sure there is. Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
that
Yeah,
that I'm loving
I
your
just,
space, man.
yeah.
Loving
Thank you, man.
all the character that you have in there.
that's what I love about it. It's like, dude, if you went down in this space, you'd be like, "Holy, like, dude,
yep.
like, you just everywhere." You would just be like, "Holy shit!" I mean, that's
Yeah,
literally.
I could spend hours just looking at all the trinkets and
Yep.
posters and
Yeah, and
That's
and it's
everything
not
else.
even about any of the fancy gear. It's just about like, wow, like you set up all this stuff. Like, wow, like and you hit you as we went along your space. You have things hidden. Even like I remember over on your theater chair, there's a character or figurine sitting on the left side of the far left chair in the theater that's down below where unless you're standing right there, you don't see it. But yet you placed it there, like, hey, here's another spot that, I can add a little more pizzazz there as opposed to just a blank spot,
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
really cool how you did all that. I appreciate that. That's really cool.
Thank you. Well, the
So,
Raph Cave is from Man Cave, so Man Cave can get pretty messy, with all the stuff and stuff, if I just call it the Raph Cave. But yeah, gotta have
so
everything
the
down.
question that I'm sure everybody else that has in here too is, with all your trinkets and figurines and everything else like that, if you're hitting 12 hertz, how much of this stuff are you picking up when you're after your Horizon, your Deepwater Horizon demo?
So honestly, nothing really moves too much, except for maybe Black Adam will do a little spin, and that's really about it. Now upstairs, there's some picture frames and some little knickknacks that will move around a bit too, but nothing too crazy. Like nothing's falling off walls or windows vibrating or anything like that. Surprisingly, I don't blast these subs like obnoxiously. I just have it set where it's just enough where it's just really nice and meaty, where it's not just too over the top,
And those are
Right.
concrete floors, right? So
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
these are
of that's
concrete.
not, yeah, and you have isolation on your subs. So,
Yep.
and the reason you're hearing it, what you audibly can hear, but you also have the bass shakers to do your tactile.
Yeah, tactile.
portion.
Yeah, field. Yeah.
So yeah, you
Mhm.
got the best of both worlds kind of going on. You got concrete, you got isolation, and you've got bass shakers for that tactile feel.
Yes, exactly. It's just enough. It hits all the bases for me.
So, what are you using, Odyssey, or are you using Dirac for your room correction?
This is Odyssey from the Marantz. Yep.
Okay,
Just
I
what
didn't
came
know.
with it.
Yeah, because
I did use.
I know that
Yeah.
Dirac is coming with some of the newer ones also. So, just curious which one you were using for that.
I used the U Mic 1 as well in conjunction with the Odyssey to kind of tweak it a little bit more, but not too over the top with that. I didn't. I know the Dirac comes with like I think the Denon here. I think you can add it. Yeah, Dirac. There it is.
Yeah.
I just used Odyssey for this one. Yeah.
So yeah, with that one you can use both, not simultaneously, but you can choose between the two. So as far as calibrating your subs with the mini DSP, did you use Dirac with that? Correct.
That was REW for
All right.
those.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I just used the UMic one REW with my laptop, and just kind of went through the high pass and low pass of all the speakers and just made sure they sounded okay. I'm hitting all the right notes and not too out of balance with each other. Long process. I had a friend of mine, Sammy. He really helped me out with getting my foot in the door with the calibration stuff with the subs.
Yes,
And
Sam is somewhere in the chat. He was saying hi a few minutes ago to you. So.
hey, that's awesome. My man Sammy, he actually stopped by and he calibrated my Sony projector and the TCL here.
Oh,
Nice.
So
he
that was
did
pretty
the
nice of him.
video calibration? Yeah, if he's doing video calibration, audio calibration's piece of cake for him.
Yes, easy. He's a man. He knows what's up.
I'm still trying to get Simon to come to Dallas, man. Every time he
Never
comes, he
gets
just in and out. It's very busy
pretty
schedule.
quick.
So
Yeah, busy guy. He's a busy dude always.
So that's awesome. We love your setup. We love your
Thank
hobbies.
you.
Gaming, obviously, home theater, obviously, horror movies and genre, and superhero, Marvel, DC. Um, besides, and obviously streaming and vlogging. Beyond that, do you have any other hobbies that you enjoy outside of this
The Raph
space?
Cave. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, working out is important, right? My
Yep.
gym is
That's
behind that
awesome.
door right there, so I'm
Oh,
in there
awesome.
working out.
Cool.
Yep. And my scooter, I don't know if you saw a few pictures of my
Yeah.
thumbnails of the scooter. That's a big hobby of mine. I just got that fully decked out, and I'm taking that out for a spin since it's nice weather out finally. Love doing that. Putting on the helmet, the gloves, and just go cruising 30, 40 miles an hour down trails.
Man.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how fast that thing went, because man, they have the advancement of those are insane. I've done one of those.
Yeah.
I've done what were they, the two wheel things? I forget the name of them. God damn it! And they had I took one of the off road ones, and man, those things are crazy. Segways. Yeah, one of the
Segway.
like 20, 30 mile an hour segways. Like, yeah, I may or may not have flipped one.
I've seen some horror stories of people flipping out on those. You gotta be very careful. Little branches in
Yes.
the road or a little pothole, and you're jumping.
Oh,
But mine
I
goes.
literally flipped one over someone else. I accidentally hit someone else.
Oh gosh,
Oh wow.
careful, man.
Yeah,
Be careful.
long story, but I knew the person. But one tire touched another tire when you're going about 30, 35 miles an hour. Man, they're quick. One went.
There's a guy that rides one of those uni wheels, the
Yes.
motorized. I mean, he's in full on motorcycle gear.
You have to
riding that
be,
thing.
man.
It's
Dude.
And it's like 90 degrees, 100 degrees here, and he's like, I mean, he's flying on that thing through the neighborhood.
You have to. He's smart, man, because I tell you, I ride motorcycle, and the most damage recently that I've taken was on my bicycle. I was wearing gloves, I was wearing my helmet, but I'm wearing bicycle shorts, and man,
Yeah.
see that's why I don't trust anything with 2 feet or 2 legs. The only thing I trust with 2 legs is myself.
Yeah,
Bicycles,
fractured my forearm,
humans,
scraped up
whatever.
my whole right leg, and I'm like, man, I got more damage on my bicycle at 17 miles an hour than my motorcycle at like 40. Like, what's up with this? Because on a motorcycle or a scooter or whatever, you're full gear.
So, Raph, I'm sorry, Paul. Raph,
No
do you have?
problem.
You're showing all your trinkets here. Do you have a spot that you go to is your go-to shopping spot for your busts and your characters and stuff like that?
So if I can get them cheaper on eBay, I go to eBay. Otherwise, Temu is a great resource. AliExpress as well. It's a place to look at. But normally, a lot of these figurines I've just picked up at any basic store. You know, Best Buy's got these helmets, but nothing too specific as far as the store goes. Just kind of whatever I can find a good deal, I grab it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I want to pick up some stuff for the entryway to the theater. After I get the theater done, I'll start working on the entryway of the theater. With some trinkets and stuff. I got some lightsabers already that I picked up for the outside.
Cool.
Yeah, looking for just stuff like this to decorate the outside.
This right here is a replica. It's a brick on the floor of the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota where the Vikings play.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty neat. I'm a big Vikings fan, so whenever I can watch football, that's my passion there as well.
Yeah, I'm a big Ravens fan, so and I'm sure Paul's a Kansas City fan. So
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah. That goes without saying.
Kansas City.
I just live in Dallas. Don't associate me with anything.
yeah,
Let's just move on from
I
that.
gotta say,
your relevancy was long past, sir.
I'm still a little hurt on the Rangers and the the camera and the outfield on the baseball thing. I'm like, bro, what? Come on now.
Yeah, we got a little bit of the baseball, the football. I don't know. We left that 3 decades behind somewhere.
Well, I do need to give a shout out to my lovely wife. Without her, she wouldn't let me have this entire basement to myself as the Raph Cave. So I got to give much love to my wife for sure.
Yeah,
She's
absolutely.
watching. The WAF factor.
Did she have any influence on pieces that you picked up, or did she help you to set some trinkets up in certain areas, or give any suggestions?
No, she's not really into too much of that. Her and our thing is watching horror movies. That's the most time we spend down here is watching a scary movie in the Raph Cave. Yep, we love scary movies.
Have you
That's
watched
cool.
Strangers?
No, I haven't seen that. That just came out in theaters. No, I didn't watch that one yet.
Or what about The Others?
Not The Others. No, I did watch The Last Omen. Did watch Tarot, which is trash. And I do want to watch Immaculate very soon if I can get that one.
If you want to watch a nice, it's not horribly scary, but in this movie there's a scene, The Strangers. In this movie, it's the original one from 2008 I'm talking about, not the remake. But I scared the crap out of myself with one of my first 5.1 theaters about 15 was it 2008 I think that came out. So I scared the crap out of myself with that. And there's a scene where I won't tell you where, but it really utilizes the back portion of your speakers, and you'll have a nice jump scare if you like jump scares. So definitely check that out.
The Strangers, okay. I think horror movies are just amazing with good sound in the home theater. I mean, the jump scares, the thump, the surround, something creeping up behind you. I just love that. Horror movies and sound and home theater is just fantastic.
I agree.
Everyone that does theater, they really do. And I'm not into horror movies, dude. I have like horror nightmares big time. That's a long story.
The Nigerian and me, we don't do horror movies, man.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, me and I but I do know I have watched a few. Don't get me wrong, I've watched a few, and I watched them when I was younger, but they do really good sound because they don't try to stay in this bubble of trying to make everything it's always, you know, the unreal. So they're just making the sound really cool, and exactly trying to make you, like if you're under, under a floor or something and you're peeking through wood, like under a porch or something, and the monster's right above you, you've got your Atmos, just your Atmos going clunk, 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 like you
Yeah.
feel, oh, it's above you. And they do stuff like that with these horror movies. That's amazing, versus a lot of things they're trying to get so
I got you
immersive.
switched back, Raph, so you can
Very
put
cool.
your
They try to
Very cool.
get you into this, you know, other immersion that's just they'd never
and
quite
you
pull
can
it off
unmute
as much as
yourself.
the horror movies. The horror movies are just they're really good, but just like anything, some of them can miss, but they take a lot more liberties, I guess, in the horror movies, and it's you have something coming from behind, and then all of a sudden it pops out, or something's above, and they're literally making it just go to the
I
top
love that.
speakers versus yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the type of thing that makes
So
you feel
there's
more
this
immersed or
there's this
scared or whatever.
there's this DTS demo track when I was doing a review for the SVS in Wall 3000. It's either DTS or Dolby Atmos. It's the one where it's like a little girl's voice. Do you know about that? It kind of circles.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That stuff scared the life out of me. I was working on the demo, right? This is birthday afternoon. I'm alone at home, and I don't think I'd listened to that one. So I was just playing through different demo tracks, and that stuff panned round behind me. I stood up and I walked out of the theater and walked downstairs. My heart was racing.
You're like, nope, had enough of that.
I was like, nope, I've had enough of this. Dude, this
Hello.
was a DTS demo track. That thing went. It was like a little girl's voice. Do you know what? Man, that thing hit. It just hit me so bad. I stood up. I just walked downstairs, and I just stayed there for a few minutes. I was like, nah, man, this is crazy. That's as far as I go with horror movies.
You're like,
You
nah,
will
I'm
Lightweight,
good on
guys.
that.
Lightweight.
Oh yeah, the Confederate. I don't care. but well, yeah, I don't know how you guys do it. I can't watch.
I
I'm
love
the
them.
same.
I love the
Suspense,
jump
heart,
scares.
heart racing. Yes.
Now I can
Yeah.
watch, certain movies. Like I want to see Megan, that movie, because that's not like a scary movie. It's just a
No, it's just
horror. I've seen like
Creepy
Quiet
doll.
Place. Quiet Place isn't a horror movie to me. That's more of like a sci-fi.
Yeah,
Anything
it's a
that's
sci. Yeah.
sci-fi. Yeah,
That the
a lot of
beginning of
them
that,
will.
the beginning of Quiet Place 2 has a great jump scare.
Yeah, and I'm
It-
okay with jump scares. It's just the horror genre gets a little a
Yeah,
lot of the
that one.
psychological stuff.
This one. Look, even though this rating's not that good, I really enjoy this movie. For surround sound, it's phenomenal. Um, the movie itself, I thought was a great movie. I don't know. There was another one called Vacancy that I really liked too. So I don't know if you've seen Vacancy or not. These are older horror movies that I like. Uh, I don't think the newer ones have as many jump scares. So
I like what Master Lessons say. It's like, yep, something happens, and you're like, nope, you're sleeping with the lights on.
Oh,
It's like,
dude.
nah, bro, open the refrigerator door. There's a light in there. Come on. Like, I think there's a dark spot on the floor. Like, open the fridge.
yeah, and this Strangers is actually inspired by true events too. So
See, that's
you
the
know,
one I
Nice.
would. That's the type I don't like to watch because I like to be able to create the separation, right? That this is sci-fi, or this is pure fiction. Now, when you start talking about true events, now you're playing with my imagination already because now I'm bringing it closer home, right? It's like, nope, keep me out of it.
You ever seen the aliens? Like you've seen
I have
alien
seen, I
movies.
have seen aliens.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Alien Romulus.
Like,
I have
aliens.
seen
Like,
aliens.
aliens,
That's
the
horror.
aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that to me is not really. That's more sci-fi again, to me. So
these are ones that freak me out, like this Vacancy. It's about people staying in a hotel, and all of a sudden people start showing up in their room and stuff. It
Yeah.
like freaked me out.
Yeah, all
You
those
feel like
close quarter, all those CQB, those close quarter types of movies. Yeah, it's like, nah, man, you could just go outside, man.
Creepy monsters coming out from under the bed. Some of those creepy,
what's outside the
you know,
window? Oh man, the
devil
shadow in the
worshiping,
corner,
yeah,
in the
cult
closet.
stuff. You're like, oh god, no, no, I'm all right with that. Like, I can handle Gremlins. I can handle, Chucky. Chucky's more funny than
Yeah, it's more funny because I know I can just kick
that's
the life out of that thing, you know.
yeah, yeah,
Across the
stuff like
room.
that I'm okay with, but yeah, there's certain things that
Yeah,
like
Alien One was really. I watched those when I was much younger. Now I don't even think I'll rewatch Alien One.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm I'm not a so Alien One. There, I guess there was some jump scares in that, but I don't really do the psychological horror too much. I
like
do
Hostel. Have
right,
you
yeah.
seen Hostel?
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
that
Hostel.
one, man. I'm
Yeah.
like, nope, that's way too close to home. I am not watching 2, 3, or
Yeah.
4. Nope.
We know you got the ball gag in the closet. I
Yeah,
understand.
exactly. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not watching that. I learned my lesson.
One of
No,
my
Hostel.
favorite ones is Sinister with Ethan. Is it Ethan Hunt?
Ethan
Hunt. What's
Hunt.
his Ethan
I've
Hunt?
not seen that one.
Sinister. That movie with with the lawnmower scene, the jump scare, and the horror, and that would leave an impression on you for a long time. Oh my goodness, love that one. Love it. And Descent. The Descent. When the four ladies are trapped. Yes, that one. Check that one out for scary jump scares.
I'll have to check that. Check that out. Yeah.
Sinister. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
saw-
belong to a horror like group on Facebook because I like to get ideas of what to watch and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's so Sinister, is that one of your favorite horror movies?
Sinister and The Descent.
The
are
Descent.
two
I think I've
classic.
seen The Descent before. It's been a while.
Yeah, if you're claustrophobic, ooh, that's not your kind of movie. Definitely.
Shit, then I'm not watching it in my home theater anytime soon. Like, oh man, that
Love
would.
horror movies, man. It's so good. The Descent.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, so those are classics. That I don't think they make a good jump scare movie anymore. The Quiet Place had it had a couple little. The Quiet Place 2 had a couple little jump scares in it. But the newer horror movies, they're more psychological and more. They either go psychological or they go gore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm
I
waiting
watch
for a new Hellraiser.
I
With
watch
Pinhead.
my ninja movies for gore. Decapitation, arms cutting off. It's like, yeah, that's a.
Oh,
I've seen
Nightmare on Elm Street was one of my favorites, man.
that.
Oh yeah, that's not scary though. It's
Yeah,
just
that was more like comedy. I don't know.
Freddy Krueger going. The first one was a little scary because you're like, who is this guy? Oh man.
The first
Yeah.
one,
With his
the
long
first one's
arms.
scary, man. Especially, yeah. I mean, and in your dreams, man, you can't fall asleep. That's when he gets you. Come on, now, that's kind of creepy, bro.
one,
Like that-
2.
Now, yeah,
Freddy's
now
coming for
the
you.
Freddy versus Jason and stuff like that.
In
Yeah,
New York.
that's where you start.
Pushes that
to get
guy's head off.
Yeah,
You know, box me. Come on.
yeah, that's more comical. But
Look at
yeah,
Master.
the
Look at
original
Master.
ones is
Master,
like, nah,
listen.
bro, that's some
Says-
scary shit. You ain't
So-
sleeping that night. You're like, what?
I know,
No,
right?
it's all
I
good.
just want to yell at the people in the scary movies, man. It's like, dude, why did you get out of the car, man? Just run the damn dude over with the freaking car.
Why are you hiding near all the chainsaws?
Don't go in there, girl.
Progressive,
No.
progressive commercial.
Yeah, I
I know,
forgot.
right?
Yeah, I love that commercial because it literally, in like 30 seconds, sums up every. Why don't we just get in the car and leave? Like what? Like there's our exit. What?
Cliche.
Yeah. That's every horror movie ever,
I
and it's
I like the
hilarious.
movie. I like the movies that make fun of the horror movies, the comedies. The Wayans
Yes,
brothers
scary
made
movie.
all
I have
those.
the whole collection. Yeah, yeah. Some of them, but see, since I don't watch some of them, I don't get all of the. I get some of the
Of
older
the
ones.
jokes.
I'll understand just because you watch all the scary movies because girls like watching scary movies, so you go to the scary movies. And I
Now,
hate some
I think this is
movies.
probably one of my all-time favorites. Omen, Damien Omen.
Oh,
I haven't
Omen.
seen that one.
You haven't
Yep.
seen the Omen?
Mm-mm.
Oh wow.
The first Omen, I
The
just watched that one.
first, the second, I think there's a third one, right?
What's
Yeah.
Yeah, I
the?
never seen-
There's a movie that's been a remake that also had. Oh my god, I can't even. I'm horrible with names. Deadpool main character. What's that? Um, there's a scary movie that he was in.
Ryan, was that Ryan Reynolds?
Right, it's Ryan Reynolds, but he was in a remake of an older horror movie, like a house. Like the cover has like a house on it. I cannot remember what the hell that.
Amityville? Amityville?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
Amityville.
Amityville.
Yes, dude. Yeah,
Holy shit.
that's a creepy ass movie right there, man.
He
Shit
gets
like
possessed.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like The Shining.
Yeah,
You know?
that's some creepy shit right there. Like now you can have all that. Have at it. I'm not
Man,
about
that guy
that.
was in a lot of films. I didn't realize he was in anywhere near that amount of films.
Yeah, Amityville. I forgot Amityville. I forget how you pronounce that, but yeah,
Amityville.
that's a. There's two. There's an older version which is just as creepy, and then a remake. With
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, and it's like,
There.
nah.
The creepy house with the
I-
eyes. See the eyes.
2005.
I don't want to watch either one of them. And I have them both, because again, it's one of those
Still wanna
things
watch them?
where, if someone wants to watch something, you're like, all right, yeah, we'll watch this. I have nightmares for a week.
Yeah,
So,
my
I love
mother-in-law,
going-
she won't watch horror. She anytime I put something that remotely looks like horror, she goes upstairs.
Oh, I'm
So
out.
she
Yeah.
she
See, I
won't
love going
watch.
to the haunted houses. Haunted
Oh, me
houses
too. I
are
love
so
them.
fun.
I love
Yeah, I
them.
don't mind haunted houses or anything like that. I like that. That's fun. That's a good time.
I want to see all the creativity and who's going
Yeah,
to jump out and
that's
the
yeah,
props and
that's
the layout. I just say when
I
someone's
am
behind me
totally
and they're
okay
pushing
with
me,
that.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to enjoy this, and I get pushing behind, screaming these girls. I'm like, come on, man. I don't wanna, I'm just
Yeah, and the
rushing
thing
through
that I
it.
don't like sometimes, there'll be people in front of you and they kind of, you can see ahead. I like being spaced out between people so that you
What's around
don't
the
see what's
corner?
going to
Yeah,
happen. Yeah, exactly. So you don't see what's going to
that's
happen.
good.
You get
Exactly.
that true jump scare. I just start laughing, man. I think it's hilarious when,
Sure.
I'll jump out of my damn shoes, but I'll just start laughing at myself. So I think
You go to
it's
haunted hay rides?
Oh yeah, we've done all that stuff.
Yeah,
I
you
want to.
sit
There's
there.
one that's like super, super extreme that only a few people make it to the end. I forgot where it was, but I would love to do something like that to see if I could withstand the torture. So
You sign a waiver before you go in.
it's like
Not
people
liable.
are coming out crying and stuff like that. It's
Oh,
it's
wow.
Oh
that
boy,
bad.
That's fun. That's pretty
hardcore.
Yeah.
I gotta
No,
pay you and then cry. Nah, man.
You would like some of the haunted houses we have around here. We have we have four main ones, and there are a couple of one of them I know is 5 stories. Like
Oh wow.
stories, and then at the
Keep
end
going
you
up,
gotta
wow.
go down like 5 stories slide, and yeah, they go all out. Like they have mazes. Like one year they had where you got to squeeze through all this stuff. You have no earthly idea.
They have any that's all year round?
No, they're not. They're not all year round.
Okay.
They just because there's no money in it for all year because they hire a bunch of stage hands, like tons of people.
Like you go to Orlando, I think there used to be. I'm not sure now, but there used to be a haunted house that was all year round that you could go to there.
And then is what's cool about which hopefully nobody comes to KC to go to one of these, but a couple of them, I won't say which ones. Like you'll go through the whole thing, right? and then you're in like a what we call like the West Bottoms, and it's an industrial area, and you'll go through the alley after you exit the back, and after you get like another block and a half, they'll have a bunch of people jump out and stuff like after you're already like
you're already calmed down,
and then they have like a whole nother thing like
another ramp
You
up.
thought it was over? Nuh-uh.
shit themselves at that part because it's like, oh, you've done the whole tour, and then they wait another like minute and a half when you're walking in this literally dark alley where, yeah, there's been real muggings on this alley, and then they have people jumping out at you with chainsaws and shit. Oh, it's hilarious.
Shit. That's how people get lead in their bodies, man.
That's why they check you before you're allowed to go in.
Yeah,
They
to make
do
sure
pat
nobody
you down
steps by
when you
their
go
car.
into these
Yeah.
places.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Now, horror is definitely one of my favorite genres of movie partaking. So I enjoy it. But like I said, I like the older horror movies. I'm not. There's not a whole lot of newer ones out there that I've say that I really like. So, what about you, Raph? Other than horror, what other? Obviously, the action, the Marvel stuff, right? Is that? Have you seen all the Marvel movies?
Seen all the Marvel movies, seen all the DC movies. I'm really into martial arts movies. I can watch a kung fu flick anytime. I miss the Van Damme movies and
The good old
Seagal
Bloodsport.
I've got bloods for it. Yeah,
Man, I know, right? Where
All
is our
day, every
action
day.
martial arts hero in these days? No, just can't rely on anybody to do that stuff. So, yeah, I love
Steven Seagal, right?
Yeah,
When he first came out, he was pretty good.
It's such a good time when you had Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, Seagal, all coming out with these amazing movies, and it's like one after another. It's just such a great time.
I saw a TikTok. Did Bruce Willis pass away? Was that true?
Well, he's in rough shape, last I heard, but I don't know if he passed. Wow.
Yeah, I hope not.
I thought I saw something.
It's
I didn't know if it was true or not.
Yeah, I was just watching Die Hard 2 last night in bed before I went to sleep, and I was like, man, this is a cool movie.
No, there's no news like that.
Why are you watching a Christmas
I'm looking now.
movie
You know how TikTok is. They always try to ramp
I don't know. It's just like,
you to
I want
watch.
to fall asleep with something. Yippee-ki-yay. It was funny seeing Robert Patrick. I'm like, there he is, right before T-1000. That was his role.
Yep.
It's like, oh, who's that guy? I didn't want him as a Terminator. So there he was. Yeah.
Man, yep, it's wild.
So yeah, good animation.
I was a total side note, which is funny because how you were saying you noticed someone, and I was like, I'm gonna have to have him on. One of my good friends, that you guys know, I volunteer at the Lego robotics thing, right? And his wife actually was an extra in Minority Report. She's in that movie. So I was like, man, we're going to have her on and just talk about the whole experience, whatever she was filming with Tom Cruise.
I like the movie, though.
Yeah.
So, whenever I think of that, hear that movie, it's like I see Tom doing all this stuff, this technology and space and everything. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
And look where we are now.
She was an extra in that movie. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I was like, man, that we should have her on and talk about the experience of, behind the scenes, movies and theaters and experiences, because everybody obviously gets to the, obviously the A-lister actors and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, that's tough, and I can't imagine being one of them, because it's amazing, people love the fame, or at least they think they love the fame until they get the fame, and they're like, dude, I can't even go to the grocery store without 1,000 people. Like what? Because I've known a few people that are that famous, and yeah, it gets annoying. It's just like, god dang, man, like you can't even go outside your house. You got to live in a gated community.
I guess it depends on whether you grew up famous or whether you got famous later on, right? Because obviously, if you grew up that way, it could, you'd kind of be used to it, right? So like,
yeah,
like
but you better know how to manage it. But even then, you're
It
even
has to get
then.
overwhelming, right? At some
Yeah,
point, you're just
imagine you're
like,
like, hey, I want to go on vacation, and
and
you
there's
go
people
somewhere.
with cameras in front of you.
Everyone knows you. No, there is no going to any remote place on the planet. 1,000 people know you. Imagine that. Like you
Yeah.
can go to a hole in the wall in Siberia, and you're like, dude, I didn't even know there was 1,000 people here. Like what? And they all know you, and they're coming up and invading your space.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. But
I
yeah,
know.
I know what you mean. There's certain people handle it better than others. But yeah,
One of the Kelsey brothers, I think his wife she kind of got into it with a fan or something because they wouldn't take a picture with them, and she apologized and the fan apologized or something like that because
yeah,
you know.
you got to
So
understand both sides of the story, and there's nothing wrong with that because people get upset, and that's just it, right? Because like I said, I've known people like that, and it's like, yeah, it's like at that time, you're like, oh, I'm just trying to do this, right? And then the other side is like, well, I'm just trying to relax. You know what I mean? There is a limit, like, and yeah, it's. I didn't see that or hear that, but yeah, if the fan and hers also apologize, that's pretty cool. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and that's the way it should be because it's usually a misunderstanding because you don't understand. They're real big fans, and they're just it's like, yeah, we meet 1 million real big
hmm
fans. And let's face it, if you're popular or famous,
Yep. Let's see if we got
99%
any questions
of
for
the
Raph
time.
in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, 99% of the time people want something, right?
I just
Or they're
noticed that you can actually pop up the chat,
oh
and
yeah,
I,
we've been
I just turned it on, and I'm like rewinding to the beginning, seeing all the comments, and appreciate everyone's saying stuff.
oh
Thank you,
yeah,
guys.
yeah, they love
yeah,
your
absolutely.
space, man.
Yep.
That's
So
cool.
Yeah,
and it is the rightfully so, man. I really I like spaces. We love the gear, but I like spaces that tell a story or tell a passion. And yours definitely does that.
Thanks.
Without
Thanks.
question.
Who's Master Lessons? Cool dude.
Master Lessons says
Yeah, yeah.
phenomenal home theater. Yeah. So
Yep.
Youthman popped in. Sammy popped in. Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
Yep. It's a bunch
Yeah,
of-
we saw Bruce Lee mean mugging us from behind your Marantz theater. That's what he was on. Because I saw that too, and I'm glad he said something about it. I was like, oh, that's funny. I was like, yep, I saw that too. I was like, that's pretty cool because you have all the lights backlit in where you have all your gear in the closet, right? Where most people just have that
Yes.
as a dark space, but you literally did a bunch of art all along the backs and everything and lit the whole thing. So it made it more. Your eyes can scan for days, and see new
Mhm.
things. Which
Yep.
is
Yeah, one of the things with the home theater is no lights, no blinking lights or any distractions where it pulls your eye away from the screen. That was very important when I thought of a home theater. Keep all your equipment in the back, off to the side, out of the way, and just have the
Yeah.
screen, That's ideally the way you want to
Yeah, and
go.
a lot of people would have, just made the theater bigger and extended it into your streaming area. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. There was a point where I wanted to add a second row, but having a second row, it's like I don't have a lot of people over. It's just my
right.
family and myself. It's just 3 people. Occasionally I have, family gatherings and I let them have the seats and I'm standing in the back, but then I wouldn't have this area. This area wouldn't be as
Mhm.
open as like this if I have another row and the theater's back here. So, the vision in my head was have 3 separate areas, the home theater, the TV watching, casual, and then a gaming PC area. And it just worked out really nicely. Then I use the space as best as I could
all
to
right.
keep everything the way I
Where do you
wanted. Yeah.
watch the Vikings games at?
That's the Mitsubishi, the projection
Okay.
with the
Okay.
big cushy couch, and just
Yep.
sit back and have the
That's what I'm
lights
saying.
going.
That's
Yeah.
the yep.
So I think that's HD, right? That's one of the first HD TVs, I think, right?
Yeah.
That projection.
1080p projection. Yeah, that was one of the
Mhm.
first. Yeah, it's the tuner built in, good sound. I mean, it's at the time it was top of the line. I mean, you
Yeah.
didn't have large
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, I
indoor
don't know if you
plasma
remember.
TVs were the thing back then, but yeah,
Do you have Miller's ale houses? Miller's ale houses up there?
Miller Ale Houses.
There's a bunch of.
No,
It's a
like a
sports
brewery or
bar called
something.
Miller's. They used to have all those TVs in there where they're Mitsubishi projections, like the
Nice.
65s. And yeah, every one of their TVs in there in the bar was, that's a franchise for, I know, at least on the East Coast. They're all up and down on the East Coast.
Wow.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember sports bars having big projections, and then they went to the projection. The
Yep.
projection in the ceiling at the screen now, and now they have giant flat panel 75-inch, 80-inch TVs nowadays. So yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Yep. Now they're doing, because it was, you get the one big screen for the one game, but now it's like, oh wait, there might
There's like
be
500
other people.
screens.
There's like 5 college games going on at once. So now they're doing a bunch of 85-inch screens everywhere, and so everybody gets to watch their particular game, which is pretty cool, and at a large scale too. So I can't imagine the price of all the streaming that all these restaurants have to pay for, though. That's
Yeah, they're on a business account for sure for satellite deals or whatnot.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Definitely a huge
So,
business
Raph,
deal.
tell everybody where they can find you on your socials and all that stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
On YouTube, it's the Raph Cave. The space Raph Cave. I'm on Instagram. I'm on X. I do have a Twitch account, but I don't really stream on Twitch. I stream mostly on YouTube. So if you want to see me live stream, it's just on YouTube. And then Facebook, I do have the Raph Cave on Facebook, but I don't keep up with that too much. But realistically, just my YouTube channel, and leave comment on videos if you have any requests or whatnot, or a certain game you want me to play, and see if it's up there. But
Yep. Go hit that subscribe button on
thank you so
Raf's
much.
channel. He's an
Yeah,
OG,
so much.
man. He's been doing this for a while now, so
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Raph, we definitely appreciate you joining us.
Thank you guys.
For
Appreciate
those of you out there that would like to be a guest on the Home Theater Hub and do a little tour, just like Raph did a phenomenal job, by the way. Thank you so much for that. Go ahead and shoot us an email at hometheaterhublive@gmail.com, and we'll reach back out to you and get that scheduled. I know. I think, do we have a guest for next week?
still working with. I'm trying to see. Nick should be available with SVS, but I haven't gotten a confirmation from him yet. But we should
Okay.
have one.
So as of now, the following week we're going to be live at M-Wave. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Wednesday, I'm also on my channel. I'm going to arrive early. I'm probably going to try to do a little live walkthrough just to see if I can capture some people setting up, maybe get an interview or something like that with a couple people too. And I know Ike, when he gets there, we're gonna be teaming up. We're going to be going to some home theater tours, and in the evening we'll go ahead and come on and do our show. And I'm hoping that they won't kick us out from the actual convention center. I'm hoping to be able to do it live right from there. So that's going to be. I'm excited, man. I can't wait. But again, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please shoot us an email at the Home Theater Hub, hometheaterhub@gmail.com. hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. And thank you everyone for joining this week. Raph, special thanks to you, man. Fantastic home theater.
Congrats to you guys. Thank you
Sure.
guys. Congrats to your
Yeah.
channel. Ike, thank you so much for being a supporter.
Throw a
Appreciate
thanks
that.
out to everyone watching. Everyone's friends and family around here, and all the guests, Raph, everyone. It's like it's just amazing. It's a good time. I love it, seeing all the new stuff and just people sharing their experiences.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
It's a very convenient way to do it. To show off people's gear and their passions. So I'm hoping everyone's enjoying the content.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Great,
yeah.
great.
So stay on in the green room, Raf. Don't hang up we'll just chit chat for a few minutes. But thank you, everyone. We will see you next week on episode 31. I can't believe it's been 31 weeks, but have a wonderful rest of the evening, and we'll see you on the next one.
And don't forget to back that NAS up.
Back that NAS up, Scotty-O.
Home theater rules.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Raph. Thank you, everyone.